That's why I keep hearing it. I'm going in for an X-ray on Thursday. And what does my doctor say?
Boom shaka laka laka boom shaka laka laka boom boom shaka laka laka boom shaka laka laka boom boom shaka laka laka boom shaka laka laka boom shaka laka laka boom boom shaka laka laka boom shaka laka laka boom. I've got one watching boom shaka laka laka boom. One watching boom shaka laka laka boom shaka laka laka boom. Hi, whoever's watching. Boom shaka laka laka boom shaka laka laka boom. Oh, it's Miss Cody. Hang on, Cody. Boom shaka laka laka boom shaka laka laka boom shaka laka laka shaka laka laka boom shaka laka laka boom shaka laka laka boom shaka laka laka boom shaka laka laka boom. Boom shaka laka laka boom shaka laka laka boom shaka laka laka boom. Nah, well, what it is, Cody, I'm jumping on. It's just a quick live of about 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's just to show one of my new subscribers how to use StreamYard, and that's so you can help us out.
That's fine.
You anyway.
That's better.
Did you have a good sleep?
Yeah, I didn't actually fall asleep. I ended up laying down for a little while though, so my back feels better.
Feeling
And then
now?
I had to clean my boo-boo.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's still crap
Feeling
coming
okay
out of
then?
it, so I still have to call my doctor's office in the morning.
Feeling okay though, generally.
Get some antibiotics. Ow! As I crash
This
my
guy
other
never
leg
shuts
into my
up.
table. That works, right?
This guy, I've just been in Harry Humstone's live, yeah?
I'm sorry, what?
You know who Harry Humstone is?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Great bloke. I met this guy, what's his name? Anyway, he's just done his first live. I've just been in it with him. He's a bit new to all this. And he pressed the go live. Hi, Lisa. And obviously, he's struggling to. He wants to know how to get people on with him. So I've told him StreamYard. I told him I'll do a quick live, jump in, show him how to do it. But he just keeps bloody rambling on. So get off your bloody live and get on mine.
There you go.
Did
Lisa,
you know I had over 37,000 watch hours?
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive.
So all I need is the 1K, and I can be monetized. I've made myself a goal. 1K by Christmas.
Well, I'm sure you'll get the 1K, but Fluffy, with your mouth and your little twisted, pervy comments, I don't know if you're going to get monetized.
No, because when I get monetized, my monetization is for a reason.
I know.
So in that case, the Fluffy becomes sensible.
Yeah, you realize you'll also have to stop smoking while you're live.
I know.
Yep. Lisa, the boo-boo is from my amputation. I have a partial leg amputation about 9 inches below my knee on my left leg.
And that's bragging.
Well, you know. But yeah, I got an infection in my bone and they had to do an amputation.
I had an infection once.
So, and the place where the stitches were has gotten kind of infected. Was supposed to be healing, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't healing. And then all of a sudden, boom! And so I have to call my doctor and get antibiotics.
And if anybody wants to know why I'm awake, it's because I have an auction later on. So I sleep during the day. It means I'm writing rain for my auction.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing my voice twice. Hang on. There you go.
Not me. I don't make those
It wasn't
rookie
me.
mistakes.
Didn't see me on the counter. Wasn't me. Land of Confusion. Do you see the link I dropped in the channel underneath my name? The StreamYard link. Click on it
Click it.
and follow the instructions.
Click it. Lisa, the amputation was January 10th, and it should have healed up long before now. We had some issues, and then
Click on that link. Follow the instructions, and it will lead you into this, and it will tell me when you come in.
Yep. And don't forget to mute your YouTube when you click the StreamYard
Yes,
link.
your YouTube went before because
Otherwise,
kind of.
there'll be an echo, and nobody will be able to understand anybody. Fluffy, you're a dork. Thank you, Lisa.
Hey.
Kermie. Dork. Thank you.
And it happens just like that.
Look at that.
And then you can do
Look at that.
this.
Which direction? I got to move my camera.
Boom, shakalaka.
And now you're big.
Look at that.
Mm.
And then you can do this.
Which direction?
He didn't mute his YouTube.
Boom, shakalaka.
And now
Yep.
you're big.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Boom, shakalaka.
He didn't mute his YouTube.
But yeah,
And there
now
we
I'm
go.
getting.
Say hi,
I'm
Scotty.
definitely getting. Hey, how you doing, everybody? I am definitely getting the delay.
Yeah, you will, but that's because there is more than two people. When you have two people, you don't get the delay. And if you're listening through YouTube, don't. Listen
Yep.
through StreamYard. When you have two people, you don't get the delay. And if you're listening through YouTube, don't. Listen through StreamYard. Shut down your YouTube.
Shut down the YouTube.
Yep.
All right, YouTube is shut.
Right, there you go. That should be better for you.
Absolutely.
you
Look at
go.
that. Thumbs
Now-
up. Right on.
Now, technically, you don't have to shut the YouTube down. You have to mute YouTube. So
Yeah.
the little speaker thing on the bottom of the video for YouTube, you click that and it puts that line through it, and that will work too.
Yeah.
But you can
Okay.
close it too, either or. Doesn't really matter.
And honestly, StreamYard is probably the best for group conversations.
Yep.
If you're
Okay.
doing it on your own, I don't recommend YouTube because they buffer every 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
Now, Mr. Land of Confusion, what is your actual name? Like your first name?
Mike,
Mike.
Okay. Because continuously saying, hey, Land of Confusion is going to get really obnoxious. So
call me Google. Call me Google.
I'm not calling you Google, Fluffy.
Call you Google.
Yeah,
direction do I gotta move?
this is the Funky Fun House. You see, I mean, you can say what you like, do what you like, up until the 1K subs, then it goes back to normal.
It's nice to meet you,
I'm
Mike.
trying
I'm
to
Cody.
center my camera.
He's not listening.
I'm trying. I don't feel like I'm centered. I'm trying to center my camera.
Well,
a little
no,
better.
that's because when everybody's squished together, it does that. Your camera's fine. You just have to either move your head over a little bit or, Fluffy has to figure out how to make all the squares smaller.
So I
So you're fine.
there.
There you go. But I'm Cody. I'm not a reseller. I'm just like to hang out with crazy people, which is how I found Fluffy. And I help moderate his auctions on Mondays.
And I'm just a nutter.
Yeah, he is, which is why we love him.
Yeah, I'm not a reseller either. I mean, I have stuff I got to sell, but I'm just not a reseller.
Yeah.
But I find a lot of cool things, so I just don't. I don't know. I tend to
Well,
buy
honestly,
more than I sell.
all them toys and everything that you've got, I can guarantee if you give me half an hour with you on stream, I could sell them for good prices, and you would make a hell of a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
we know a ton of people that love toys.
Wow.
Love
I
buying
have to
toys.
make sure because you know how you can get ice cream in those large 1-gallon plastic tubs.
Yes.
Most of the toys are in bunches of those, and I got to find all those tubs that are in the basement. I know I got like maybe 2 or 3 tubs filled with Hot Wheels, a Matchbox. I have one filled with Star Wars figures,
I can
GI
name 2 people
Joe.
now: Storage Legends, Conky's Flipping Adventures, Clear Thrifts, all of the above.
All the
I
above.
love Star Wars. I'm just very broke.
And then I got some
the best
toys that
thing,
are still in their
The
packaging, but
Dukes
they're
of
mostly
Hazzard.
newer toys.
If you have a Dukes of Hazzard car, stick it on eBay. You should get about $200 easy for it.
Which one?
Dukes of
Anything
Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Really? I gotta
Well,
look that
yeah,
up.
because especially if it has the flag on it, because they're trying to get it so that doesn't exist anymore. The Dukes of Hazzard can't have that flag anymore because of everybody screaming about it. So anything that still has it on it is going to be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, I think I have the General Lee. It does have the Confederate flag on it still.
Yeehaw!
And I know I got Bo Luke for sure. Bo Duke for sure. Luke Duke might have broken, but I got to find him. Boss Hog might be missing his hat. But you know how toys, things like disappear like that, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, and I have God, I got so many. I got this you might remember this, Fluffy. Do you ever see the play set called Guns of Navarone?
Yes, Guns of Navarone. Yes.
It was a big mountain, and it had like the Nazi army, and it had had the U.S. British Army. Remember that? And oh my God, I got that thing in the basement still.
I used to have all the Star Wars kids because when I was a kid, that's when Star Wars came out. So I had all the Star Wars. I said Star Wars kids. I had all the Star Wars toys and cards and all of that. My dad sold them all when he had a yard sale and
It's
didn't
like
tell me.
baseball cards, Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering cards. We have a niche group that actually buys them and resells them.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
we've got Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh, but my brother plays that religiously with his friends, so he
So do
won't
I.
give any of those up. He collects them to build a stronger deck for playing purposes. But yeah, I mean, I have like these Matchbox cities. I got all these different play sets for Hot Wheels, Fisher Price, the little Fisher Price people, and the Weeble Wobbles, those like egg-shaped people.
Yep.
We have those still. Just everything from the 70s. My mom never threw it away. And they're
It's
all
like, I
in
tell you another
boxes
thing
and
that's
totes in the
big
basement.
on reselling is concert T-shirts.
What was that?
Yeah, another good thing that is good on reselling is concert T-shirts.
Oh God, yeah. I got concert hats I want to unload as well. I got so many oh my God, 90s country concert hats.
You're in the right place.
I got t-shirts. I just gave a whole bunch of shirts away to Ashley's boyfriend as well. And I'm sure they probably would have sold.
Easy.
Well,
That
you
kiss
put
poster behind you, a kiss tapestry, that would sell
The tapestry?
big money.
Really?
you've hooked up with the right person because Fluffy knows everybody. He goes into like everybody's auctions, so he knows what people buy.
I know what
and-
sells and what doesn't sell.
Wow.
What would sell for big bucks, what would sell for little bits.
Wow.
and he knows who to talk to. So
That's pretty cool. That's cool. All right. Well,
Anytime you're willing to just upload a few items, let me know. I will get you in on a live, and I can guarantee by the end of the live, you will sell a lot.
now on my YouTube, I still have my YouTube video editor open. What do I got to do in order for this to post on YouTube?
This.
'Cause
This
for
live
some reason,
won't.
I got a spinning wheel on the video preview, and it hasn't stopped yet.
It's processing. It's because it's your first live. YouTube process it. It takes between 6 and 12 hours to process it, just to make sure that you're not, saying fuck, bugger, shit, twat.
Holy
But you
crap.
can say fuck, bugger, shit, twat anyway.
Yeah,
Well,
stuff like
for your
that.
first live, what they
think
do,
I
they
did say
check
shit,
if you're
though.
monetized.
I think I did say shit though.
It doesn't matter whether you say fuck, bugger, shit, twat. I see it on a daily basis.
He does.
They basically just process it so they know you're not a terrorist and want to do bomb, bang,
Yeah.
gunny, shooty things.
Yeah, there are certain things that YouTube won't allow, and apparently Fluffy is not one of them because he's still here.
Good thing.
I actually had an email from YouTube saying thank you for all your great service so far in reaching 300 subs. Here's a nice little thing. I was like, hey.
Hi, Virginia.
Every time I see her name, I always think of calling her Vagina. I do apologize, Virginia.
I do too, and my apologies as
A
well.
few
Or Virgin.
times I've nearly done that, so I do apologize.
With me, I see it and I think Virgin, and I have to pause for a minute and say, "Hi, Virginia."
Well, I had to get her out there because it's been stuck in my head for a few days. But hello, Virginia. And
Now,
hello,
Mike, where
Christy
do you
S.
live?
I don't know Christy S, but hello.
What
Mike,
time?
where do you live?
What time is it over there in the UK?
It is 5:34 a.m.
AM.
Yep.
Wow. Now, are you both in the UK?
No, Cody is across the pond. Me and Squashy live in. Is there Squashy?
Hi.
They live in Scotland.
Where are you at, Cody?
I'm in South Carolina.
South Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah, you guys are gonna start getting hit hard by Isaiah.
Who's the other guy? Right. Mike, the floor is yours. There's people in here wanting to know who you are, so go ahead and introduce yourself.
Cool. How do I get the split screen back though?
You don't.
I will do that.
Oh, you'll do that?
Yeah, Fluffy controls all that. Frightening, isn't it?
They just want to know who you are.
So we're on your YouTube live right now, and
Yes.
the
No, you're
floor
on
is mine?
my live, basically. So whatever
Oh.
you do, I control.
Well, I can't see the chat, so I don't know what's going on.
You can. If you go, there should be a chat icon.
Well, yeah, you have to
StreamYard.
up at the top.
Oh, there we go. I hit the word
There you go.
comments, and it popped up.
Mhm.
Okay, hey, I'm learning. Please, please forgive me for my virgin YouTubeness here.
No, everybody starts somewhere, right?
Yeah, really. Popping my cherry, Fluffy. Thank you.
Anytime.
So let's see who we got here in the room. We got let's see if I can scroll up here a bit. Squashy, Lisa, Lee, Debs, Virginia, Christy. And anybody else? No, that's everybody so far, I think, right? Did I miss anybody? Lisa. There's Cody. I see Cody in there. Cool. All right. This is kind of cool. This is cool. So when I do my YouTube through StreamYard, I'll see the chat this way. How do you pull the people's chats up onto the screen for everybody to see?
Only Fluffy can do that.
So you would click on someone, and then that's okay. That's cool. That is cool. Wow, man, I got homeschooled, and this is awesome. I love it.
You see the banner scrolling across the bottom?
Yep, I see the banner. Yep.
I don't.
All right, so I'm going to say hi to everybody. Hi to Debs. Are you also in Illinois? Chrissy's in Iowa. I got some neighbors there. That's kind of cool. Iowa and Illinois. Cool. Thank you. Thank you for Fluffy for bringing me into the circle. This is great. I appreciate it. Lee Mowers, Donatella was talking about you. Cool.
Yeah, Donatella is a reseller. Yeah, it's
You
cool. And Lee,
You could say that.
Lee Moores and Debs Moores are husband and wife. We have obviously Cod Fountain. We have Virginia Brundage.
Look, you bald fucker, stop calling me that.
I got more Midwesterners. Virginia's from Ohio. That's kind of cool. We got a bunch of Midwesterners.
Whereabouts in Ohio, Virginia? Anywhere near the Legends?
Yeah, I got family out in Ohio. Wow, this is really cool, man. I thank you so much for teaching me all this. This is really awesome.
Problem, my friend.
So, Mike,
Awesome. Yes?
what part of the country or state or whatever do you live in?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I'm Chicago, Illinois. I'm
Oh,
in
okay.
Lori Lightfoot's 7th level of hell. That's where I'm at. In fact, as we were talking, a friend of mine just sent me a text message telling me how Lori Lightfoot just sent police today on a raid at a church that was having services.
I wonder if that was Lenny's church. No, I'm kidding.
I'm sure if it was her church, it would be okay because
Yeah.
Lori Lightfoot, the mayor of Chicago, wants to have triple, if quadruple police in her neighborhood. And if she wants to get a haircut, she could damn well get a haircut. If she wants coffee or to go to church or pick up dry cleaning, Lori Lightfoot could do what she wants. But
Mike?
God forbid anybody else in this country, any other state, you are COVID quarantined and you cannot leave your house.
Mike.
Yes.
Woosah. I'm feeling that you're a little excited about this
No
topic.
bad boys on me, huh?
Woosah.
He's quite
But that's,
knowledgeable.
but boys and girls, that's kind of a preview of what my show is kind of about. I will talk about politics and about the absurdities behind politics. And then I talk about the paranormal, conspiracy theories, aliens, Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, the Chupacabra, things like that as well.
Yeah, Fluffy is the Bigfoot.
Fluffy is Bigfoot. Prove it, Fluffy. You got to show people your feet now.
No, please no. Oh my
There's the
god.
Bigfoot. There's the Bigfoot.
Oh my god.
Lee says, Mike, how do you really feel?
I'm feeling he feels very passionately about this topic.
No, I'm a happy guy. I'm very happy. I have a lot of positivity in me. But like I said, there's a lot of absurdity. I'm tripping over my tongue. Out there
Absurdity,
in the
yeah.
world of politics.
Yeah,
What
there
we
is.
need, I want to get tats on my knuckles too, really bad. What we need in America, we need congressional term limits. There should be no politician should be in Congress for 51 years.
No, and I don't think anybody that has outside vested interests, like an oil company or any kind of, pharmaceutical companies, things like that, should be allowed to be in a position of power like that.
Exactly. When our forefathers in America decided to build this country, and they had the Declaration, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights, and they had people entering office of government, nobody was ever intended to be a lifelong politician. You were to spend a term and then return to being a cobbler, going back to being a farmer, going back to being whatever your real job was.
Right.
A nose picker.
A nose picker. Hey, if you can make money on that, I mean,
Well,
Yeah,
gold mine.
even when they were in office, they were still. I mean, farming is their livelihood. There was no way they weren't getting paid.
Exactly.
But now it's like,
But it was
now these
sometime around the
people-
turn of the century when sometime around, I want to say the late 1800s, early 1900s, is when you had special interests getting involved. The railroad company was the first to ever do that. When they would give money to politicians to have the railroad go across the country, and that's when, Indians were slaughtered and all kinds of crap happened. I mean, it's bad when you have corporations lining the pockets and Fluffy is upside down.
he is. Welcome to Fluffy's world.
Corporations line the pockets of politicians.
Hi, Danica. Nothing. Not doing a thing. Why? What's it look like?
Nothing, Danica. We are just having a chill. This is Positivity Central, and we are just chilling out, showing Mike the ropes, having
That's
a good
Mike.
time.
Okay, someone just asked
Actually,
me
Lisa,
where the
no,
church
I was
was.
bullied
That's
at
like-
school.
I hate StreamYard.
If you knew my upbringing, you would understand why I'm like this. I'm like this for a reason, and I just love being happy-go-lucky in any aspect of life.
Oh, absolutely, I agree.
Otherwise, I would turn green and
Turn
smash.
it to Hulk.
Rah.
Smash. Fluffy smash.
The Fluffy Smash.
Okay, it was the Chicago Cornerstone Baptist Church in the Southside Woodlawn neighborhood. That's the church. It was Virginia that asked a question about that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's crazy doing a raid on a church. Come on.
It is.
Really look drunk.
It's crazy. They're rioting in the UK. You see it in the internet on Twitter and Instagram that there's riots in the UK. There's riots in every country, and it's like, why? If the problem is about American slavery and the bad police in America, then why is it going on in all these other countries? And all I got to say is 3 words: New World Order. That's what it is. There's George Soros, Bill Gates, Jeff
Wrong button,
Bezos.
Fluffy.
Did Fluffy take off? Where'd he go?
He hit the wrong button.
He hit the wrong button.
Watch, he'll come back going, I hit the wrong button.
Wrong button.
You hit the wrong button, didn't you?
Hey Fluffy, you know what I'll do was send me a message through my website. Go to
I've
thelandofconfusionshow.com.
already got it.
Send me a message of items that you're interested in collecting as well. And I'll see what I got and see if we can work something out as well. Okay?
Yeah, cool.
So
And Lisa,
definitely stay in touch with me that way.
Lisa, he does have an awesome radio voice. Look at the mic he's got, though. He's got this like sophisticated little setup and everything. I
Yeah, do
mean,
you want to see it? Do you want to see a tour? Do you want to see the rest of the room?
Sure.
Yeah, give him
move
a
the
tour.
camera
Hang
around.
on.
make him big.
All right. Yes, you will see a 3-foot by 5-foot Trump flag in the background. Okay, so Trump haters out there, don't hate me. Okay, but here we'll pan around the room, and there's 2 more microphones. All right, and then that wall back there is where I'm going to put more autographs.
Nice.
My guitar is autographed by Billy Ray Cyrus, Ty Herndon, and Shelley Wright. I got that when I was working at a country station in Las Vegas.
$10.
And then we'll go around the room. So that's the entire studio that way. And then we'll go this direction. And then there's the mixer. There's the mixer. And my microphone is standing on top of some cables here. Let me move this here. Hold on a second. All right. Let me lower the camera. All that moving around, and now I got to move all the stuff on the desk again. I got to rearrange everything.
So, see, he's got this big, sophisticated setup, meaning that he can make his voice sound as good as he wants, and he probably sounds like this in real life.
Actually, here I'll do this for you. Check.
I'm just playing.
That kiss tapestry behind you.
Do you hear an echo?
Yes.
Echo.
Yeah, so I can mess with that as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's this is my 401k. This entire studio.
Yeah.
For the viewers that don't know is that I am a broadcast professional. I have a damaged spine, and I have a scoliosis. I have rheumatoid arthritis. I have a lot of problems with my health. I'm a
Yeah.
cancer survivor for 3 years. Thyroid cancer removed, and now because of the thyroid cancer removed, I suffer from acute bronchitis every year. So I'm always coughing and spitting up phlegm.
Yummy.
But I've been unemployed for 5 years. I've had no income for 5 years, and
Yeah, that's rough.
in those 5 years, I've been struggling to get this show off the ground.
Now,
And
have
I
you-
finally
Right
got a co-host.
place.
Pardon?
Have you
Fluffy?
applied for? Sorry.
You've come to the right place.
Yeah.
I'm all
Have
for
you-
helping people get off the
The right
ground.
people come into your life at the right moments, you know. And I was just mentioning this to my parents. I said I'm grateful I met Ashley, because with Ashley I met Doxy. From Doxy I met Harry. From Harry I meet Fluffy. From Fluffy I'm meeting everybody else. So it's like a miracle. Really, it is. It's amazing.
See, I mean, I'm a guardian angel. Miracles
Sure.
do happen.
You know, I always said my guardian angel was drunk. So
What?
I can be good too. Yeah, do.
No, I think Cupid is blind of anything. If any angels out there, Cupid is blind. That
Yeah.
will keep shooting past me. You know, I've been single 23 years, and the Cupid love is
I've
blind.
been single about 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
why did you piss
Well,
off
wait,
Squashy?
I'm engaged again.
Is that your
Well,
fiance?
every time she's
with
last
you?
minute.
Is that your fiance with you, Fluffy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Squashy.
Hi.
I am squashy.
Cool.
Unless you're on Victoria Adventure and
Hold-
Reselling
hold-
Show,
hold
and
that
then
thought,
it's
guys. Hold that
Squishy.
thought. I'm on a live. Good night. Family keeps wanting to come in. Family keeps wanting to come in.
Me
I
and him
know.
are going to get on good. I want to live.
I'm
Goodbye.
alive. I used to have an on-air sign outside my door, but it broke. So, and I got this this remote that was meant for it, but the on-air sign broke. I don't got the money to replace it, so I can't trigger the on-air sign to let the family know that I'm live.
Here is an innovative thing for you to think about. You get a piece of paper and a magic marker, and you write, "I am live. Go away." And you tape it
Believe
to
me,
the
they
outside
still
of the
not.
door.
Or
They
what
still
you do, you
they
go to
still
your family
could.
and say, go and subscribe to Funky Fluffy. I'm on his channel.
I could put a sock over the handle, and they still will enter.
Have you applied for disability or anything?
Yeah, I did apply for disability with the state of Illinois, and the state of Illinois, they looked at my resume. I used to work for a company called Guitar Center,
Mhm.
and I used to sell public address speakers and amplifiers, DJ equipment. And the speakers weigh 100 pounds. The amplifiers would weigh like 50 pounds.
Right.
And the judge would say to me, "You could go back to selling that. You could sell stereos at Guitar Center." And I said, "Your Honor, we don't sell stereos at Guitar Center. We sell 100-pound speakers and 50-pound amplifiers and
Let me
equipment
quit.
records. I can't lift more than 4 pounds."
Yeah.
So they denied me my disability.
Now you went through the whole process and then went in front of a judge and he told you that?
Yeah, I went through the whole process, had a
Man.
lawyer and everything.
You got
And,
robbed.
I told the judge, I said, "Your Honor, I don't want disability forever. I do
Yeah.
not want to be on welfare. I want it just enough to get me going again. I am going to work, but I can't do the jobs you want me to do based off my resume."
Yeah.
But the judge said, "Well, this is what I tell you to do. This is what you will do."
Yeah.
And that's good old
Disability.
fashioned Democratic Chicago, Illinois for you.
My friend Rose applied for it, and they told her that obesity wasn't a reason to be on disability. Oh, look, Flippy's playing with pictures again, and which was ironic because she was 5'7" and 120 pounds. So I was like, "Well, I'm glad your fat ass won't be getting disability." We just laughed. It was just, I mean, she ended up having to go through the whole thing, get a lawyer and all that, but she couldn't believe it. She called me immediately. She's like, "You will not believe why they denied me." And it was because obesity isn't considered a disability.
Obesity is a disability, especially
according-
if you have hypothyroidism, diabetes, if you have any kind of immobility problem, like let's say you have bad legs or a bad spine and you cannot exercise.
Yeah.
Obesity is a disability.
See, the irony was she was 120 pounds, so she wasn't obese. But that was the reason they gave her for denying her when she applied.
Wow.
Yeah.
A friend of
So-
mine applied for disability and she applied for 5 years. They did not give it to her until 3 months before she passed away.
Nice.
And then they barely got enough money to pay for the funeral expenses, But in the meantime, she had over $1 million worth of medical expenses that couldn't be paid. The family was bankrupt over it.
It's craziness. Yeah, it's craziness. I mean, I got disability, but I had to fight for it. It took me 3 years, and I went directly to the most cutthroat attorney in town and asked her if she had an opening to take my disability case. And she's like, well, she goes, I'll tell you what, let's get an MRI down of your back, because that was my problem, was my back. And after I see what the issue is, then I'll let you know. And I got to her office after the MRI, and she had the results, and she was like, I don't even know how you're walking right now. Sit down before you fall down, because all of my discs are bulging. I have degenerative disc disease and all that. And that's before I ended up getting my leg amputated this past January. So it's, as soon as one thing goes wrong, it seems to escalate. It's like a cascade. Everything breaks, you know? So
I know it hurts. It's you know, and we're victims. You know, again, this is part of what I talk about on the show, the absurdity of the politics. It's all a political game. They don't want to pay it out. They don't want to pay it out. The veterans don't get the money. The people with disabilities don't get the money. But if you jump the wall at the southern border and you say asylum, you get a free Ferrari, a free mansion, you get $1 billion, and they have a veteran as a butler for you. I mean, it's so absurd of who they give money to when the own citizens in their country can't get any kind of additional help that they themselves pay taxes into, and that money should be there for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go crazy. I'm not racist in any means whatsoever, but I just get so pissed off at the insanity behind politics. And I try to keep politics to a minimum and talk more about paranormal and weird stuff.
You like paranormal stuff too?
Oh, absolutely. I see ghosts. I hear ghosts. I talked about. Did I talk
Fluffy,
about
what is wrong with you?
in my stream? I hear my grandmother in electronic voice phenomena in my headphones.
Cool.
I see my other grandmother upstairs at the top of the stairs on occasion. That grandma died about almost 20 years ago. This grandma that I hear, she died about 4 years ago, right here in the studio. Before it became a studio, this was her hospice room.
My son, when he was Fluffy, what did you do?
We're hearing the echo. I think Fluffy put us on YouTube.
Yeah, stop that. My son, doobie doo. My son, when he was 9 months old, was in his playpen. He just started chattering away. I wasn't even in the room. He just started chattering away, and I walked in. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's like looking up in the air, like he's talking to someone. And as I walked into the room, I could smell my grandmother's house, and she had died 2 weeks after he was born. She never got to see him, and I guess she wanted to see him. So. Because and it was a distinctive smell, and only my grandmother's house smelled like that. You know what I mean? Like a combination of her perfume and even the damn Charmin toilet paper that she used to use. You know, it was her house, and it lingered for about maybe 15 minutes while he's chattering away. And
Fluffy is in Great Britain. Fluffy's in Great Britain, and Great Britain being an older country than America is, and dealing with World War I and World War II, and Great Britain has seen a lot of carnage during those times. That I'm sure that there are a lot of paranormal hotspots throughout Great Britain.
Fluffy's in Scotland, so they also have the clan wars and all that. You know.
Yeah, there's actually a place in England. It's called Chillingham Castle. If you look it up, it's actually the most haunted place in the UK.
Yeah.
Is Buckingham Palace haunted? I heard rumors that it is.
Probably. It's got the Queen walking around it.
The current Queen?
I'm fairly sure that, a place that old.
I'm sure she's a ghost because, you only see her once a year. She's like Santa Claus.
But I mean, if you think about the perversity of the royal family and the nobility and stuff all the way back in time, yeah, I'm sure there are a few bodies in the basement. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sure. Even the royal family has been tied to this whole Jeffrey Epstein thing too, as well.
Yep.
So I mean, there's every
50
country is
members
all
from it.
tied together with conspiracies, paranormal.
Yeah.
In fact, aliens. Great Britain has got the same amount of UFO sightings that we would get here in America. There's the thing called
Hey,
the
honestly,
37th
I live with an
parallel
alien.
that runs across the country.
Fluffy,
Fluffy.
you're such a shit.
That was-
I
But if you
actually
look
saw.
at the 37th parallel, it goes across like just above the equator, and it goes through America, it goes through Great Britain, and that's where all the sightings are for UFOs. And there's just something about that, like that, maybe the energy along the 37th
Best
parallel.
looking thing on YouTube.
Oh, Diego's so pretty.
Those eyes, wow, it's like lasers.
I actually saw something that back in the 70s that could not have been anything that the Americans had created at the time, like ship-wise. In the middle of the night, I woke up and saw it because it came straight down and then it went, and we didn't have anything that
Something
moved
like
that.
that one day.
What?
I seen something like that one day.
And the
I
lights were
realized that I
wrong.
had me torch in my hand.
The lights were
Yeah,
wrong.
see, the way I look at it, yeah, I'm not into all this paranormal hoodoo, but
Hoodoo.
I
Nice.
know there's stuff out there, but I've never seen it, so
Right.
I'm basically, you know,
Kind of skeptical about it.
yeah.
Well, that's understandable.
Oh, I was
However-
too for the longest time. I was.
I
too,
mean,
Fluffy.
don't get me wrong. I'll sit there and I'll watch Ghost Diaries or Ghost Hunters or whatever it is. You know, I mean, I'm even subbed to some of the Ghost Hunters, but
Yeah.
you know, it's weird until you see something.
Right.
Kind of, you're thinking, oh yeah, this is hocus. You know, this is hokum. You know, all this.
And a lot of times too, you see things or you feel things, but your brain wants to make logic out of it. So your brain will be like, nah, that
Yeah.
wasn't,
It's like you'll see a shadow move and you'll go, nah, it's just a curtain.
yeah.
But
I'll tell
honestly,
you, though,
if I had a ghost in my house,
experience
I'd say,
When
come on,
you
subscribe.
finally witness it, though, Fluffy. When you witness it, it's going to change your life.
Oh
Yeah.
hell no!
You're gonna be like, wow, I just
hell
saw
no.
that.
I honestly, hand on heart, I've probably seen ghosts and not even acknowledged them.
Yeah. Not realize that they were, yeah.
Well, the place I live, upstairs, there was about 10 years ago. Apparently, there was a young couple died up there.
Mm-hmm.
So I know this place is technically haunted. But if it
Not
was
necessarily.
me,
Not all. Not all.
happily they can come into mine as long as they don't scare me cat.
Right.
As long as they tidy up after themselves, I'm not bothered.
Tell them to pay rent.
Oh hell yeah! Hey, I wish.
Well, when I was little, I was like maybe 9, 10 years old. I woke up and I saw this motorcycle helmet floating across my room. I know it sounds weird, and it just cracked right down the middle and then split in half and disappeared. And of course, 9 years old, I'm freaked out. I'm like, oh my god, what was that? And Mom, and my dad was taking me to a birthday party the next day, and we got lost. And we came around this turn, and there was all these police cars. A guy on a motorcycle had gone straight instead of taking the curb, and he hit a tree head on with his head and cracked his helmet right in half, and he died.
Wow.
And I didn't know him. There was no, as far as I knew, there was no connection between us. I mean, of course, there was time. So it was just kind of freaky. I'm like, why would I see that when I didn't even know him? But
Well, if you like an answer, I'll tell you an answer.
okay,
The answer would be is that you were the closest psychic medium to that accident.
yeah,
So the
Could be.
spirit was reaching out to communicate with whomever it could communicate with first. So you happen to have a psychic ability, a psychic connection.
yeah. Fluffy, stop that.
I'm checking my cleavage for my dress.
What is you?
Fluffy will be appearing on My Free Camps next, boys and girls.
No, there's a reason. I promised people when I got to 300 subs, I'd be doing a live wearing a dress and a wig.
Yep.
Really?
And I'm going to do it.
And he hit 300, so now he has to do it.
Now he's going
On
to do it.
200, I waxed my chest live.
Ow. Ow.
Didn't hurt a bit.
Oh, that would hurt. I'm a hairy guy.
Yep.
Oh, that would hurt.
We have to
And I was a
understand,
hairy guy.
Oh.
we have to understand Fluffy likes pain. So getting his
Yeah,
chest waxed.
I'm thinking about doing a giveaway. I have a poster of the Land of Confusion Show logo, and I'm going to sign it, and Judy, my co-host, will sign it, and we're going to give that away. And I'll probably also maybe add something like a dream catcher or something like that. Maybe some kind of gems, like like the
Ooh.
metaphysical, gems people use for healing and stuff. I might do something like that.
You now have my attention.
But I'm thinking about doing that when I hit either 1,000 or 2,000 subs. Is what I'm thinking 1,000. I think that might be fair.
Very nice.
And
Well,
then the
you have
next
my
giveaway
attention.
after that will be autograph photos. I'll do an autograph photo of myself and Judy, my co-host.
I did a photograph for somebody, but sent her it privately for when she watches a new video that you got.
Fluffy.
Victoria.
Well, you have my attention, Mike, because I love gemstones, and
Oh,
I'm-
Fluffy, you're being naughty. Naughty, Fluffy.
Never know.
Naughty.
he's very naughty.
Drop link for his channel for my
Squash,
channel.
can you drop link for channel? For my channel.
Feel free. Also, feel free to go to thelandofconfusionshow.com and you could subscribe as a mailing list on my website. Also, on my website, you will find links to 23 different podcast networks that I do belong to. There might be some old content up there with a previous co-host. Not too much of anything else. Production will start for my show in about 1 month with my new co-host Judy. I will be adding her photo to the website in about a week. She'll be giving me her bio in about a week as well, so that'll get updated on the website. But you can read all about me. You can read about the show, and any link you need for Ashley Rose and her YouTube stuff, and anything else in the Chicagoland area can all be found on my website.
Link is upload.
There we go.
Feel free to subscribe to them. Let's get them to 100 if we can, so you can start doing little bits around and
Just follow Fluffy around. You'll meet plenty of people.
Oh yeah. Hang on, I need to do something as well. There was somebody else I would like. I've been trying to get these to 1,000 now. I did
Thank you,
promise
Lisa.
them I would do this. It's Copper State Treasures.
Oh, I love Lisa. Other Lisa. Lisa.
If
There's
you
too
haven't
many
already,
Lisas.
Well, it's
I would-
midnight here in Chicago, boys and
you're
girls.
only 20 away from 1,000 subs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fluffy and Cody, I'm going to have to get going
Alrighty.
because I need to take medication at a certain time.
Yep, I
And
understand that.
it's just after midnight here in Chicago, and I got to take some pills.
Okay,
Well, let's look for each other next time we're online, okay?
definitely.
Always
And,
online, mate. Always.
and I sub to you. So
All right. Hey, thanks, guys. Love you all. Thank you for all your
Anytime, my
support,
friend,
all your
anytime.
help. I appreciate it. And I look forward to building each other up over the days, months, weeks, years to come. Thank
Anytime you need
Thank
help
you
with
very
anything,
much.
drop
And
in.
Fluffy, an extra thank you to you for showing me all this stuff, man. I greatly
Okay, my
appreciate it.
friend.
Make sure you email me through the website and let me know stuff that you're looking
Will.
for, okay?
I will do.
All right, I'm out of here. I'm hitting the leave studio button.
bye, Mike.
Well,
Good night, everybody. Love y'all. Bye.
all right. Well, that was Mike, people. If you haven't already,
But
hit
Linda
him up,
just showed up.
subscribe.
Linda just showed up.
Oh, Linda, you guys live again. You crazy fluff. Hell yeah, I'm a crazy fluff. Now it's time to redo this. How do I do that?
I don't know. Leave
Oh,
it like it
bollocks.
is. I'm back.
I'm not leaving it the way it is because you're big.
Oh. I just meant this way I'm not like, boom. It doesn't look like I'm, molesting my camera.
Well, you
And the
never
only
know.
reason you're small is because you're on your phone.
No, it's not.
Yeah. See, now it looks like I'm too close. Dad, we'll just look at you. That's cool. In little.
I like that one.
I'm all fuzzy.
You get to see all your warts and blemishes.
My camera sucks, but it's just the left.
Linda Rude, feel free to.
I'm actually not.
Linda, I won Squashy's giveaway.
Yeah, she did.
Done it.
I get the purple bear.
Yeah, she won the Diana Bear.
I did. I love the Diana bear because it's purple.
Good night,
night,
Debs.
Deb.
Sleep well, and don't forget to kick Tim in the head. Yeah, Lee in the head, sorry.
Don't kick him in the head.
Tell Lee I love him. Good ego, Debs. I like that. Good ego.
Good night, Lee.
Yeah, good night, Lee, my friend. Lee, do me a favor. Put your cold feet on Debs. So how was Linda today?
Wait,
It's fine.
somebody new.
7 o'clock in the morning.
Fluffy, somebody new. Can it be Anya? I hope I'm saying that right. It said, can you guys say happy birthday to my boyfriend, Nick? And I can't pronounce that because I'm sure
Happy
it doesn't.
birthday, Nick. Girls.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Thank you, Linda.
Girls. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nick. Happy birthday to you.
What Fluffy said.
King.
Linda, I got to sleep earlier. So now I'm awake.
And Linda, I made the 300 subs.
He did.
I've got to wear a dress.
Now he wears a dress.
It's the Funky Fluffy and Cody show. Yes, guys, I've dropped the link for Copper States. They're only 20 away from 1,000. Let's get them there.
Yes, when he does that, it makes me motion sick. When he goes all bouncy, bouncy, I'm like that. Yeah. Ugh. So anyway. Hi, Lisa. Other Lisa, Copper State Treasures.
What's it say? What's the comment?
Oh, I don't know. Just somebody wanted to say happy birthday to somebody. I don't know. Just random.
People like to hear their names out loud on video, I guess.
I'm sorry, Linda. I do apologize. Oh, player watch. Oh,
Thank you, Carolyn. And hi,
Bye,
Carolyn.
Hey, Carolyn. Feel free to subscribe to Cop State. Thank you very much.
Oh my.
Hey, yeah. Don't forget to go look for Land of Confusion. You heard it here first on the Funky Channel. Thank you very much.
Good night, Mike.
Good night from the UK.
Yeah, it
Good
sounds
morning. Yeah, sorry, I have not taken my meds. I'm due them in about 5 minutes, so I do apologize.
Oh, thank you very much. Cats are doing weird things. Scary.
Hey, we'll all do weird things.
Yeah, Linda's already confused. Don't make it worse.
Hey, Linda, don't worry. So am I. As from Utah,
Really?
yeah.
Go ahead, do New York again.
Yep.
New York, how you doing?
How you doing?
No.
Hey, Cody, how you doing?
No. You
In the
sound
words of Joey Tribbiani, how you doing?
You do not sound like you're from New York. Close, but no. That's why I love it when you do that, because it's so cute.
Hey, I am cute. Thank you very much.
Well,
I thank you come again. What do somebody else has here about anyone?
oh, why do I hang out with this crazy man?
I don't know, man. Why you got to hang out here, man?
Because donkey. Because you have a cute cat and I love Squashy. That's why.
Stop it. Donkey.
Donkey.
Yeah, Joey from Friends. Thank you very much. How you doing, Linda?
Yeah, Linda, he's trying. It's just not working.
Say it like I'm. Hey. Yo, hey, Joey, come fix my car, man. Oh, thank you. Get behind the wheel, motherfucker. How is I am a squashy? He is there. Yes, she is tired. She's in pain. I'm like a New Yorker, not a gangster style.
Oh boy. Next he'll be going, hey, I'm walking here.
Hey, I'm a walking here.
It was close.
What you've got to remember, yeah? Back in the day, I was quite good with voices.
What
Then you
happened?
got the Donald Duck. And you got the mask. All right, then. Let's see it. I love you, but my tummy gone down.
You sound more like
Then you
Sean
got-
Connery there.
Really?
Mhm.
Sounds like me.
Mhm.
How can I sound anything like Sean Connery?
Yeah, the two of them, the way you did it did.
I know.
He did try Linda, and I love that he tried, and it's so cute when he does it.
Hey, I'm a walking here. I'm going to do that down the high street later today, I guarantee you. Hey, Freddy, I'm a walking here.
Oh, my cheeks hurt.
A little bit of swagger.
I'm not gonna go with you then.
Of course he is. Yes, Mr. Connery is actually Scottish. And he was
Yes,
John's
he is.
favorite. He was John's favorite actor, and my godson's middle name is
His name's
Connor
James. His name's
In order-
Bond.
in honor
James
of
Bond.
Connery.
License to thrill.
That's in Scottish.
I don't know any Scottish. Okay, the new
You do, donkey.
donkey. I can't do a donkey. I can do a very good Irish. What are you telling you now, Ted? I don't really want to go there now, Ted. Yes, he
I
was
agree.
the best.
I don't even like.
I agree.
I don't
But
even
apparently
like
they're going for the egghead version this time. They're going for a black James Bond,
Yeah.
which should be good. I'm not racist, but it should be good. But obviously the iconic James Bond was Sean Connery or Roger Moore, or Timothy Dalton.
Right. Well, the reason a lot of people have a problem with Idris Elba is that who they wanted to
Idris
play
Elba,
James
yes.
Bond. Yeah. Is because he's supposed to be an international spy, so he's supposed to blend in, and all of the movies usually take place in northern countries. There are not a lot of black people in northern countries, not racist wise, but just in general. So they
Carolyn looks like a stunner. How you doing?
they'd have to kind of change the setting of where the Bond movie is going to take place in order for him to like blend into a crowd. Otherwise, he's going to stick out, and they're going to spot him every time. Yes.
Hey, I had a Trump earlier. My trousers went.
Yes, Carolyn. I am going to be, well, attempting anyway, to call Mama's Auctions live. She wants me
Don't
to.
worry, I will be there to put her off.
Yeah, he will. So
I gotta behave because it's Mama.
he did, Lisa. He did.
Who's Rodney Dangerfield?
Rodney Dangerfield was a comedian. You can look him up. He's
Hey,
funny.
if you're sending me to a porn site, I'm gonna slap you.
Of course not.
Why not?
I only do that to Victoria.
I remember that. Victoria, what? Search RedTube. She did it.
She did. The best one was when she accidentally shared her screen during bingo while she was looking up tossed salad. Luckily, Cajun saw it and was like, Victoria, stop sharing your screen. She was like, oh my God. Because she was the one whose screen was supposed to have the bingo numbers and she switched tabs. Oh my, so funny.
Yeah,
So
Copper State. It's Hip Flipping Mama.
Hip Flipping Mama
Cody's going to be
Wednesday
auction
nights.
calling. But she's also a mod on my auctions as well. Along
Monday
with
night.
Panda and no
And
respect. Roger used to say, hey, no respect. What's up,
King-
Fluffy? What's up, Fluffy?
I get no respect around here. No respect at
You
all.
don't have no respect around here. Hey, Freddie, I'm a walking here.
I'm
Hey,
also
I'm going to
doing,
perfect that. I guarantee you, I'm going to perfect that. You looking at me? Talking to me?
shush. 1
You see
minute.
nobody else around here? You talking to me?
Right. I'm also doing Derek and Victoria's auction tomorrow. I believe Monday. I believe it's 1:00 in the afternoon Eastern time.
Yes.
I'm going to be doing that in chat though. That's a moderator in chat. I know, Linda. I'm everywhere.
Yes. Thanks to her new lease of life, Cody has been quite popular.
Oh, thank
She
you.
went
Carol.
from this shy little round circle that used to pulsate every so often to this beauty that you see here.
Yeah. Most people want me to go back to that round little circle. They're like, ah.
Well, honestly, addicted to hustle, I'm everywhere. Honestly, I'm like a stain on the humanity of the society. Honestly, I'm everywhere. I'm like a bad smell.
You are not. Cut it out. Fluffy's great because he puts the comps in when people are doing auctions. He'll put the comp in on the items, and most of the time, the items that are being auctioned off are worth way more than what they start the bidding off. So he helps out people that are doing the auctions to get their bids up higher. And if the comps are lower, then the bidding is like, and well, auction people that are doing the auction just have to deal with it because they started it too high.
I don't good. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Linda.
Just keep talking. All right.
Okay, I'll keep talking.
All right.
So yeah, I'm doing Mama's is the only auction that I'll be calling out loud. And that's because she requested it. Let me
Trying to
scroll.
stretch. No, it's just
Yeah. Fluffy makes everybody laugh, Carolyn.
I do apologize if you don't like that. If you don't, the way I look at it is I'm me. I'm weird. I'm wacky. I can be serious. I can tell you the truth. I can tell you how I speak my mind. And if you don't like it, what I say is tough shit.
Yeah, what he said.
But everybody is welcome. Haters, lovers, anybody. I won't put anybody down until they mess with the one thing in my life that nobody should ever put down. And that's that thing.
That's squashy.
You can say what you want to me, about me, anything. And honestly, it goes in here and out of here. But when they mess with Squashy, I step in.
Oh my god, I love Robin. She had mentioned doing an Insomniac show tonight with Lori, and I don't see her live, so.
Mention me.
No, Robin. Robin.
I was
you know
going to
Robin.
say, I'm sub to a sock
Yeah, me too.
and a turtle
And the fish.
and a fish.
I love Robin. Robin's awesome.
Oh, hey, that Argyle sock, I'm just addicted to it.
Now, see, I cannot imitate Argyle because Argyle is like Elmo on crack, and there's no way I can do that voice.
You do, Donna.
I can do the banana, sort of. I mean, I'm close when I do the banana. And I can do shiitake, but I can't do argyle. I won't even attempt argyle. Argyle is all
Can
ramen.
you talk without ruining it?
No, I'm not a
Quite hard.
ventriloquist.
It's quite hard, isn't it?
I wouldn't know. I'm not going to try it.
I can do it.
Stop doing that. I'm going to throw up on my laptop.
Ugh.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
hate the
yeah.
turtle, Jerry. I
She has,
do.
to, she has to go pick up her sock support in person.
How did you lose 13 subs? Right, that's it. I'm having none of that. You're going to get them 13 subs back.
Linda, sometimes YouTube does that for no reason. People will all of a sudden lose a handful of subs and nobody knows why.
I'm shocking.
He is. Fluffy has a high shock value.
Hey. I'm just me. You love me or you hate me. Simple.
Lisa, Robin is completely 100% correct in saying that Lori has the perfect voice to do shiitake because she just speaks so tiny and quiet. I told her she needs to go back and find the recorded part of where Lori sneezes and she's like, because she needs to put that.
Isn't Sock retiring?
Of course not. Why would Argyle retire?
I thought I heard the day that Sock was retiring.
Yeah, I don't think so. There's too much demand for Argyle.
Oh, tell me about it. Hey, if that Sock retires, I'm going to buy the rights to it.
Yeah, I don't see Argyle retiring anytime soon.
Hey, I want Argyle Sock. Well, Argyle Sock did a little video for my cat's birthday.
I know, I saw it.
I play that over and over and over again.
I actually have a recording from Robin with the banana because I won during game night when her and Lori were doing the Insomniacs show. And since Robin hates shipping anything, she was trying to think of what prize she could give. So she said that I could pick any character I wanted and she'd do a little video. And she did. And I watch it all the time whenever I feel sad or I feel my emotions just kind of going, I watch that. And it's like, it's so funny because the banana is like, hi,
So funny. I'm a walking here.
You know you love the banana. I'm like, oh my God. It makes me laugh and happy every time. So.
Oh, Copper State, honestly, my cat and my woman are the two things in life that I would die for.
Yeah. Well, I hope Robin has a safe trip because that's very important to have a very safe trip to get where she needs to go.
Definitely.
And to get back home safe.
Also, there is one thing I would like people to just pray for later on today if you can. I'm not saying a friend because I don't know them personally, but a YouTube friend of ours. I was on the live earlier, and it looks like she's going in for surgery on Friday for throat cancer, and that is the infamous George from What the Hills. So just like everybody, just have a little prayer in their head for George, and just send us some love. And if you're on What the Hills' videos, just send them some love. Show your appreciation for who they are and what they do. Yeah,
George, she has to have her thyroid removed. And she's a little concerned about it because a lot of people that she knows that has had the surgery has.
We were in a live earlier and there was some sad news. And she has thyroid cancer.
Yeah, Mike. So
yeah.
Yep.
I've been sending prayers out all day in my head for them. And
George.
There's also another person, is Danny May.
Yeah.
I've donated to Danny May personally. I think she's a good woman and she shouldn't be going through the things that she would do.
Danny May is so sweet.
The other thing I've been trying to set up, and that's for you, Cody.
No. There are other people that need help more than I do.
There is, but I can't help everybody. But I can help you.
I don't need help. I'm good.
Watch this space. That's all I've got to say. I'm working on something special. Okay? You're a great woman,
Oh, thank you.
right? And honestly, I wish there was more Codys in this world.
Oh, please, the world wouldn't know what to do with more than one of me.
No, but I mean, you are. You're a good woman, you know,
I try.
and you are epic. I mean, I love you to bits. You know that. Me and
Thank you.
Squashy.
I love you
So
guys.
we have put something into play that probably won't happen yet,
Hmm.
but I promise you, you'll be shocked. Okay.
Great, that's what I need. I have a heart condition, you know. I don't need shocks.
So do I. Yeah, I will be on that auction and selling some things for Danny May.
And it's really, I mean, it's awesome of Thrift Trader to host that. And I hope that she gets a lot of donations to help her out.
I also got a nice email today from Grimes Finds
Thank
saying
you.
he did try to donate to the GoFundMe, but it wasn't let him.
Why wouldn't GoFundMe?
However, I went straight onto the GoFundMe after it and donated another $10.
So there's no reason that it's not accepting it.
It is accepting.
Well, then it looks like if it's not accepting it from him, he'll have to send that money to somebody like, say, Conky, and then Conky can donate it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Problem solved. There you go. You're welcome.
Hey, Talbot's mom.
Hi, Talbert's mom.
Yeah, Talbot's mom. There's another epic woman that should be, loved by all.
Talbert's mom is so sweet. She's always got hearts for everybody, and that's awesome.
I love that. Guarantee you know when Tal's mom's in there because it's like your name followed by hearts. PayPal does get glitchy. It does. But I guarantee you GoFundMe doesn't.
Yeah. I always put smiley faces when I say hi to people. Some people get hearts, and those are people that I've connected with, like off of YouTube, like in Facebook. We've had conversations, and I've gotten closer to them. Or like Talbert's mom, she's always giving me hearts, and the whole reason you get a heart, you give a heart. You know, I mean, that's how I am. So I give Talbert's mom hearts too. And but everybody,
No, I don't.
I give you hearts all the time.
My theory is you sleep when you're dead.
Hey, Tina.
Open soon, and I need the energy drink.
But yeah, I try and give everybody a smiley face, even people that show up that I have no idea who they are, because I like to make people feel welcome. Now, if they turn out to be some kind of little troll, then I'll smash them with extreme prejudice. I have no problem with that. But everybody gets one chance.
Now, I've burnt a few bridges. I've crossed a few ticks and dotted a few I's. And typically, Music 55. Forgive and forget. This platform is good so you can, how can I put this without being sounding? This platform has helped me get over a few issues and deal with a few issues that I should never have been there.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't confident behind the camera, honestly. Because I didn't think people would want to see the Fluffy. Because I am weird. I have a crass sense of humor, and I am who I am.
Hello, have you met me?
Honestly, Music 55 is a nice woman. We've had our issues, we've sorted them. She's now back up and running, and I wish her the best in life, and I will help her sell items anytime. So, but this platform has made me realize that there is other people out there that have issues, that need that little bit of Fluffy in their life.
Yeah.
That just one that one little laugh or that one little wee. You know what I mean?
Fluffy. Yeah, I mean, I get goofy. Well, I mean, goofier now that people get to my face. But
don't worry about it, my darling. If you ever need to donate to it, I'm sure if you send it to somebody that has PayPal, the likes of Conky, myself, Squashy, Cody, anybody, they will put it straight in for you. I mean,
Definitely.
it tells you when you do it. it's not fraud. The GoFundMe is a legitimate page. At the minute, it's up to 3,651. So
That's awesome.
the only
Yeah.
hello Willow. The only issue we have is at the minute we can't withdraw from it.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that neither me or Squashy have our passports in date.
Right.
So that's
So you
another
gotta fix that.
issue we have to do. Now it's going to cost us nearly £80 each to get our passports in date.
Yeah.
So, me being me, what I made on the last auction went towards that and towards her internet because she's had a few issues.
Yeah.
But we've done it. We've got her passport. It's on its way. Well, it's through the process. It takes about 10 days. There you
Yeah.
go. Tina, Linda has already done it through PayPal. Linda is 100% legit. You know Linda. Everybody knows Linda. I will recommend Linda to anybody. There you go.
I would
Anyway.
trust Linda.
Oh,
Definitely.
I would trust Linda with my life. You know what I mean?
I would do one more.
So-
I would trust Linda with my dog. Okay, and that's saying like I don't trust anybody with my dog except my son.
I
So
would trust Linda under my bed.
Fluffy.
What? Anyway,
That's
you know,
Fluffy.
so the way you look at it is you have issues in life. Just
Well, you know,
take it onto YouTube.
when I started coming on YouTube and I discovered that there were chats, I was so happy because, I mean, when AOL died, basically the chat rooms went, and Facebook is okay, but it's not a chat type of thing. You know what I mean? You can go back and forth in comments, but it's not really the same. So when I found chats, I was excited because I sit in my room 24/7 and yeah, so I have no communication really. I have two people that are actually in real life here, and I don't see them very often, even though one lives in my house. So communication and people, and oh my God. And so I would go into the chats and just joke around and have fun, and people seem to appreciate it because they were laughing their asses off. And I'm like, if I can make one person laugh and make their day a little bit happier, then, you know, I feel better. So, and then I discovered the jewelry people, and some of them were like, I don't know what this stone is. And I'm like, oh, I know what that is. And I tell them, and they were like, oh, thank you. You know, so I started
We were
helping
actually
them.
talking about you tonight because on one of my lives, Lenny come on with some precious stones. And
Yeah.
Bonnie was in and was explaining how Bonnie knows her gems. And
Yeah.
she's like, oh, well, so does Cody.
Yep. So does Willow.
Yeah, I know Willow does.
Yep.
But obviously Willow wasn't around at the time. So, but I think
Kristen.
he's wanting to sell a few. So if we can get out there some information about them, then
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to see them, but was Bonnie able to identify them for him?
Yeah.
Good. I mean, I'm not saying, you know, I'd never say I'm the only one that can identify them because there are stones that I don't know. And I love it when I find stones that I don't know because then I go and I research them and I'm like, oh my God, those are cool. You know? So
Yeah.
what really made me upset was when someone said purple turquoise. And I was so happy because I love purple. And I was like, purple turquoise. And then I found out there's no natural purple turquoise. It's
dancing
down.
in the moonlight.
It's dyed or it's sugalite is what they call
Big
purple
suck
turquoise.
tortoise. That is a
What?
quality name. Tortoise, while you're in here, do me a favour. Go and sub the Copper State Treasure, please. Trying to get
Yep.
to 1,000 subs. Thank you.
And have a nice night.
Thank you. Come. In the words of Apu Hapatina Petalan, thank you. Come again.
I did find out there was purple garnet. There is actual natural purple garnet. It looks like dark amethyst. And I was all excited until I found out I was never going to be able to afford it. Because garnet is
Tell
my
you something.
birthstone.
For being such early in the morning over here and such early in the morning over there where you are, there's 17 people in here.
And they're asking us if we ever sleep. Hello.
Exactly.
This is why Robin and Lori's Insomniac show was so popular because people if they can't sleep or, whatever, for whatever reason they're up, it gave them somewhere to go, to joke around, to have fun, to just relax. And I miss her show so much. I miss their show. I know, Willow. I actually have a piece. I have a ring that has dyed purple turquoise. It's African turquoise, which takes the dye better in a natural turquoise, and it's gorgeous. And then there's one little spot you can see the actual turquoise color that the dye didn't take. And then I have another ring that I bought, which was toted as purple turquoise, and it's sugilite. Still gorgeous. It's really pretty stone. So yeah, I'm still happy with it. It's purple. I'm good.
So, Cody, your mission today, if you wish to accept it, right?
You know,
is to help me get Copper State to 1,000 subs.
I can
1,000 subs, right? What I'm going to do, I'm going to ask Copper State now, at 1,000 subs, will you jump into my live and celebrate it?
Lisa is beautiful too, so she's not going to be hard on the eyes at all.
That's a bonus.
No, that's why
I like that. I like to do the people that I help. I like them to come on and.
I know, and yes, Willow, I agree.
The best.
Lisa's a sweetheart because I've seen her on a live with Robin, and she's awesome. And her husband is well, he got called in to help with the pandemic. I'm not really clear if he's military or just medical. I forget, or military medical. I'm not really sure because there have been so many people.
I know, Willow. You will be. Trust me. After this live, you will be.
There you go. There's Copper State's link. Click
Please,
it. Click
you
it.
need Copper State to get that 1,000. What the flip? Yeah, I'm always live.
Lisa, I'm so sorry. I thought I was subscribed to you, and I'm not. I am now. I fixed it. I feel so bad now.
How many subs, Cody?
I just clicked out of it. I was too quick.
981. 19 needed.
Boom.
Justin Williams. Hello. Hello, my friends. Hello.
Tina, it's like catnip, isn't it? You see Fluffy is live and you have to show up.
I'm catnip. It's my new superhero name. I'm catnip.
It's an analogy. It doesn't mean you're it.
I'm catnip.
Oh, God.
I'm catnip. If you haven't, honestly, run outside, take your neighbor's phone, punch him in the head first, subscribe to Fluffy, obviously, right? And then go and subscribe to Copper State. Honestly, on everybody's phone. Even go and steal phones out of O2 shop or something. Subscribe on all of their phones and give them back.
I know you're not talking to me.
Go nick your son's phone and subscribe.
His phone is dead.
Wake it up then.
No, Linda. His phone doesn't have any service, so it wouldn't do any good.
Well, just phone for service. Hello, is that the phone company?
Yeah, that doesn't work. They want money, and he didn't.
Carolyn, if you ever want to see a live with all of us in it, hit that notification bell, and I guarantee you, when I go live, you will know.
Yep, it's 20 minutes.
It all helps. I'm only 8,000 view hours away from 40,000.
Which means
that, for a channel of my size, is epic.
Well, because you're fun and crazy, and people like to, And then you have me who makes funny faces at all the weird shit that you do. I'm like,
yeah. Who's Fleefy?
I don't know, but he's not my catnip. Stop it.
Flyfy is Cody's catnip. It was an analogy. Hey, I'm always Cody's catnip. She loves the catnip. Hey, I'm not bothered. I'll be anybody's catnip.
Yeah, you will, you hoe.
Oh, hell yeah. They're gonna girlfriend.
No, good God, he did that right.
What you seeing?
I'm saying your feminine side is going to look really good in that dress.
Oh, I know. And with me nice Bristol Cities out. They'll be like,
You need to have Cleopatra help you pick out a dress.
no, it's got to be pink. I'm going out to date to look for one. I can't afford it, but I'm going out to date to look for one.
Yes, Matt, we are. Not really still, but again.
Matt, I'm like the Energizer Bunny.
Oh, I hate it when he does that. Albert's mom.
Pussy pot. I want some pussy pot.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
you want some pussy
Mom!
pot, son? You can imagine the cat walking around with, "This is good shit, this man. Good shit."
Holy shit, that was fucking epic.
What pot?
The pussy pot part.
You want some pussy pot? I
Oh
send
my
you some
God.
pussy pot free.
You
Do
guys
you
kill
want
me.
it in can form? Do you want it in tub form? Or would you like it pre-rolled? The pussy pot.
Yeah, try not to light that backwards, because lighting the filter on those suck.
These are filters.
Oh, okay. We've done that. It's like you drop your cigarette and it's kind of dark and you pick it up and you light the wrong end. That sucks. Yeah, Willow, I have actually laughed so hard sometimes at some of these people that my laugh muscles hurt the next day. And I'm like, oh my God, they're going to kill me. But it's worth it.
Talbot's mom.
Definitely worth it.
And Talbot's mom, I am keeping that pussy pot. Okay, that is going in for my next live, and that is going to be a joke that I'm going to have for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's going to live for a long time.
I already have a charity shop down here that I'm sourcing a dress from. There's one I've seen on a mannequin. It's nice and tight. Shows off my cleavage. You know. Only issue I've got is what color wig to go. I've got to get it so the lipstick and the eyeshadow and that match, but
Your nails, too. You got to get your nails done pink.
I'm going to get my nails done.
Got to get your nails did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Talbert's mom said, go ahead and use my material.
Thanks for the warning there, Fluff. Mm. Warning, warning. Fluffy's online. Warning, warning.
Bank account open.
No. I'm not. Why am I holiday?
Come on, bank card in Scotland.
Yay, summer bank holiday in Scotland.
Hello.
No, I'm not getting mad. I'm keeping this. I'm going all Conchita verse.
Oh, I'm dead. You guys are killing me.
I was waxed, Matt, yes.
What's
Look
the
at that
tattoo?
cleavage, look. I've already
Yeah,
got the
what-
cleavage there, guys.
What's the tattoo? Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. What is it?
It's my name in Greek and Japanese.
I forgot. Yep. Gotcha.
What did you say?
What'd she say?
What?
I love you, Squashy.
I did love you, Squashy. Sorry, the alien's laughing. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did, Linda. I think somebody's just creased up. Breathe, Cody.
I'm trying. Oh my God.
Woosa.
Woosa. Yep.
Hey, Kristen, I would happily do a Brazilian if you want to come and help. I've been with a Latino, I've been with a Chink, but I've never been with a Brazilian.
Yeah, nothing racist there, Fluffy.
I haven't been with a Chinese person.
And a Brazilian means when you get all of like
I
your,
know what a Brazilian is. I've given a few of my time. Yeah. That's me. Life is like a box of chocolates. I always know what I'm going to get. I get fat.
I really need to start smoking weed.
No, you don't. People think I'm on fucking weed.
No, you would be much calmer if you were smoking weed.
I don't think so. I know what a Brazilian is, Kristen. It's a landing strip of hair. I know what a Brazilian is. I am
No,
English, for God's sake.
a Brazilian is when you get all your butt hair ripped off and your taint hair and all.
That's a crack back and sack wax.
It's called a Brazilian. You get all the hair removed in your genital area.
Hey, well, in that case, call me Brazilian.
Oh,
Really? Do you want to come and wax my chest? Oh, by the way, guys, when I hit 400, you guys get to choose what I do next. As long as it's not dangerous and it doesn't hurt this one over here. No, well, not Cody. You can do what I want with that one.
we don't want to hurt Cody
As long as
either.
it doesn't hurt Squashy, I'm up for it.
We don't want to hurt Cody either. Keep that in mind.
Cody's a bear. She'll recover.
Yeah.
Just throw her a bone.
Kent's gonna itch like a bitch after. Your stepson told me, what kind of conversation? Never mind. I don't want to know what kind of conversations you have with your
It
stepson.
only itches if you don't moisturize. Honestly, moisturize with some Johnson's baby lotion, and I tell you, it doesn't itch.
You sure that's what you were using the lotion for?
I've had a little lube. Slips easily.
So I've heard.
Well, you know,
Anyway,
yeah, I am a mad head.
yeah, I hear a lot of things. You are such a wackadoodle.
You have Tourette's.
Actually, Tina, you don't want to use any kind of oil because it's not water soluble, and
You
it
put
can
oil
cause
here.
infections.
slide in easier.
Just saying. So I've heard.
You put oil here and just let it run down. I slide in easier. Oh, Matt, that's the best way. You have a scratch and you know you got to smell what's a cooking, and then you know they need to clean it.
Carolyn, I have to call my doctor.
Oh
Today or
yeah.
Fluffy, trying to answer Carolyn's question. Stop it.
Caroline. Oh, wrong one. Which one? What's happening with the prosthetic?
Yeah.
She got whacked over the head with it.
No, but I was thinking of attaching a string to it so I could throw it at people and just pull it back to me. I have to call my doctor today or tomorrow and let them know that I have a slight infection and I need antibiotics because the area where the stitches were infected. A little bit, not real bad. But I need antibiotics, so I need to call them, and then we're back on the road to trying to heal it and get my prosthetic going because I'm tired of sitting here.
I could get Canuck written there.
Yes, well, a yo-yo prosthetic. Because then anybody who irritates me, I can just take the leg off and throw it at him, and then pull it back to me and put it back on. They haven't figured out a name for what's wrong with Fluffy yet.
I went for a test and they went, get out.
So yeah, we're
Last I
still
heard, I had something called fluffyitis. It's a rare condition. Only one person in the world's got it.
No, Carolyn, it hasn't. It's really frustrating, which is why I hang out with Fluffy and laugh. Womp and reel. Nice.
Otherwise, she'd sit there and cry.
I would actually if I didn't come on lives or I didn't go in chats. I mean, I don't have to come on lives, but everybody at some point was like, "Cody, you have to go on live." So now I do, and they were like, "Oh my God, go away!" No, I'm kidding. But if I'm not laughing myself or making other people laugh, then I get very sad, and that's not good. Thank you, Linda.
It's a story time. A friend of ours has a motorcycle. He has a handicap placard. He parks his bike and walks into the store. Yeah.
I hate the 200 character chat limitation, comment limitation. Good for him. That's
And some
awesome.
ladies yell at him, "You don't look very handicapped." He took off his leg and threw it at her.
Give that man a
Oh,
cookie.
quality.
Awesome.
Hey, that gives a whole new meaning to word, giving you a kicking.
Willow, I agree.
No,
Well, I've been cooped up for over a year, so
no
yeah.
disrespect, Cody, right? But you know how I love you, right?
I know. Yes.
Right. Now, when you get drunk, does that mean you're legless?
Well, I'm already halfway there without any kind of assistance, so yeah. I've only got one leg to stand on. Come on.
Oh, I know a guy with a wooden leg called Kevin. What's the name of his other leg?
Matt, that's why my little Care Bear there is a pirate bear. It's got a peg leg, and my friend Dan the Answer Man, he colored it for me. It was black and white with a red bandana, and he used a color tint and colored it and sent it to me, so it's my purple bear now. And my son, when he found out I had to have my amputation, went on Amazon and found a peg leg and sent me a picture of it and said, "Here, Mom, I got you covered." Wonder where he gets that from. Yeah. Yeah, my kid is majorly awesome most of the time. Don't get me wrong, he's a good kid.
Well, in that case, he's got my respect, Chris.
Yeah, there are just some things he just, I don't know, it doesn't click with him, and
Arr.
you know, true pirate. Aye, matey. I am getting that bear as a tattoo eventually too. Mhm.
I have wheels attached to my feet. Ooh.
Yeah, I have somebody who will give me a ride if I need a ride to like doctor's appointments and things like that. I haven't been in a store in over a year because with my right knee is bad, so maneuvering and getting in stores, the wheelchair we have is very uncomfortable for me because it's too small because I have a big ass.
I
So
remember.
but yeah, I've been basically looking at these walls for a year and a half. I'm tired of it. I'm done. I'm like, heal.
That's why I've stepped in to help.
Yeah, but you can't heal my leg, and that's the problem. Is I need my leg healed so I can get my
God, I
prosthetic,
can do what I like.
so I can do things for myself, and not depend on other people. I do not like depending on other people.
Hey,
What?
making you laugh takes away all your pain.
Yeah,
Making
it does.
you smile takes away all your heartache.
It does. Fluffy,
There
you
you
helped
go.
tremendously with my depression. You have no idea.
Healed. These healing hands.
Yeah, those hands aren't getting anywhere near me, Mr. Pervy Man. Yeah, no. It's just my leg. I'm just having difficulties with this. The incision site where the stitches were is giving me problems, and it's very frustrating.
You want to gain it?
I'm not answering that. That's a trick question. Well,
Yeah,
luckily,
I got told I was a thug because I had them.
yeah, I know.
Me?
Luckily,
A thug?
I do have both the wheelchair and the walker, and that's from John because John, my best friend, was in a wheelchair and he had a walker. So I do have those to help me, and the walker will come in handy when I get my prosthetic because I haven't actually walked in over a year. I have to relearn how to do that. So,
Hmm.
and I'm aware it's going to be very painful and very difficult, and I'm totally motivated to believe me because I would really love to be able to cook my own food.
Yeah.
My son is doing a good job. I mean, he is. I do get fed, and Victoria sent me a huge box of snacks, which I still have so much. I have so much snacks in my room right now. It's crazy. But my son he actually cooked twice today, so that was kind of interesting. So he's
Read
doing
that,
well.
Cody.
I know I don't have Medicaid. I can't get Medicaid. It's supposed to be automatic and they didn't do it. And every time I try and call, I actually have to go to the Social Security office and talk to them. And I haven't been able to do that. So.
We all worry about that, honestly.
Well,
That's why we need to do something. We need to, as a community, we need to put our heads together and figure out what we can do to help. And I will be sorting something out. I have a few things in the middle of getting processed, and trust me on this, it's not going to be long, but you're gonna regret ever knowing the Fluffy.
oh well, that's promising. Well, I mean, everybody's like, have your son get. I don't like people touching my things. I really don't, especially my jewelry supplies. I don't know. I'm weird. I don't like people because nobody ever puts things where I want them, and it bothers me to the point of like OCD bothers, where it gives me an anxiety attack. It's crazy.
Being on YouTube, being the person I am, I learn and I meet people in certain areas.
Hmm?
I actually know a few people that live not too far from you.
Yeah, there are a few
who are on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Who I've reached out to personally to help me out with something.
Yeah, I want a bunch of crazy resellers touching my stuff. They'll be like, "Oh, I can sell this." No.
Hey. Nobody's on about touching your stuff.
I'm kidding.
Right? Put it this way. The Fluffy works in mysterious ways. There's a lot of people out there that need help.
There are.
I help everybody.
There are a lot of people
the ones I can't help, I help.
Well, there are a lot of
people. I wish I could
who
just click my fingers and everybody's troubles go away.
I'm in South Carolina, Matt.
Apparently, Mike went out the window.
Yeah. See, the problem is that I can't get to my door. Which is why you don't know how frustrating it is when someone knocks on your door and well, I'm sure some people know, but you can't answer your door. So you're sitting here and the door, people are like bang, 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 and your dogs are going crazy and you literally cannot get to the door. So it's very, and packages get delivered and they're sitting on your porch and you have people that troll your neighborhood looking for packages. You can't go get it. So you're having an anxiety attack about your stuff getting stolen. Yeah, it's crazy. I actually got a ramp. Before I got my ramp, I had to call paramedics to come because I had like 9 or 7 stairs to get off my porch. And I couldn't go down them. So I had to call an ambulance and tell them to bring a stair chair, which is a very uncomfortable thing to sit in. And it's got like the tracks on it like a hand truck has. And they literally like get you down the stairs. And it hurts because I have bed back. So it was very painful. And then I'd have to call them when I got home and wait for them to help me up the stairs. I'd end up sitting in the sun and I get heat sick really bad. So it's just not a fun experience. And this went on for about 5 months. And all of a sudden we got a call from our Interfaith Ministries person there saying that the paramedics had actually called and asked if there was any way they could, Interfaith Ministries could get me a ramp. They tried to get funding for it, and they were told that there wasn't enough need for that, so they couldn't get funding. So she kind of took a little bit from all the different funds, and then a volunteer group from a church came and built my deck in a day, and it's gorgeous. It's double layer, so it comes down. Oops. It comes down and then comes down, and it's nice and wide. Gorgeous.
How much would it cost to get you a wheelchair so you can get around?
Well, I have a wheelchair. I only use it to get in and out of the house to go to the car.
Right. So what's stopping you using it to go further?
Because it's painful.
Where is it painful?
On my legs, outside of my thighs, because on your wheelchair you have like the two little metal pieces, the bracket.
You can get them extended.
Yeah, well, that would hurt my knees. That'd be bad.
Not necessarily, because you can get them with pads underneath.
Yeah. I don't want to use the wheelchair.
We understand that. I know that.
The other problem is it doesn't really do me much good because I still can't get out of my room. People are like, you can do anything you're determined. No, see, the dog that's in my son's room, which is mine and John's dog, Miha, she's a Shepherd Akita. Her and my dog don't get along. And both dogs, John had at some point go under his wheelchair. So if I try and go through that door, one or the other of the dogs is going to go under the wheelchair and they're going to fight, and there's no way I can stop a dog fight. So I can't, unless somebody is home and can hold on to Miha or can put Miha outside. Because my dog gets along fine.
Unless your son shuts the door.
Huh?
Unless your son shuts the door and doesn't let the dog out.
Right. Because see, the door that I use to get out of my room is the connecting door to my son's room, and then I have to hook a right to go out a door to get into the kitchen. This house is set up really weird. But good night, Matt.
Good night, Matt.
I know they have wider wheelchairs, Kristen, but since I already have one and it's very painful for me to get up and down into the chair too because of my bad right knee. So, I have to judge everything on exactly if it's worth the pain of getting in it and just rolling out into the disaster of a kitchen and living room that I have right now.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be able to go outside by myself because I used to sit outside all the time with John. I can't, there's the lip to go outside. I can't go get back in the house. I could get out. I just wouldn't be able to get back in. There's too much of a gap. Believe me, I've thought of every scenario I can to be able to be a little more out doing whatever. And no, it's not going to.
The things we can do.
So, but I do.
Trust me, there's things we can do.
And I've only gone a little insane. A little bit.
A little bit.
Little bit.
Hey, just being in my live makes you insane.
Robin just went live and she titled her live, "Because You're Making Me Go Live." That's funny. I love Robin. I can make jewelry, but I can't reach any of my supplies, so I cannot make it right now. I did get a big box of beads from one of my YouTube friends. Natural stone and coral and lava stone. And everybody's like, cool, you can make jewelry now. And I'm like, yeah, well, not without the stuff to string it and, finish it and hook it and the tools and all that. An entire process.
Just out of the question. What's stopping you using the wheelchair to get to your stuff? Right? To get your jewelry stuff. Sit there. I know it's only going to be for a few minutes. So...
Okay. That's my jewelry stuff, right?
Yeah.
This is my bed. And this is my table. See it?
Yes. Yeah.
There's like 1.5 feet of space here. And yeah, that's all boxes and stuff so I can reach things. So the wheelchair won't fit.
So why not shove you up the bed a bit?
Huh?
Why not shove you up the bed a bit?
because I am. See if I can. I don't think I can do it. Yeah, it's not gonna. I'm too big. My bed is right up against the boxes behind me, so my bed can't go anywhere.
So basically, you just need things moved to a position where you can reach them.
Yeah. Well, a lot of these boxes and things, I was supposed to put things in totes. That was my goal, but finances have made it so that I cannot get totes. I don't have the money for totes. So that's why I have a lot of empty boxes here too, so I can repack the boxes that damn cats have shredded.
I agree, Linda.
Yeah, you can't get to it. There's too much stuff in the way, and I need that stuff there so I can reach it because I only have so much reach for things that I need. But yeah, and he'd be like, whatever. But my things were supposed to get packed into totes and put out in a living room. But the former roommate didn't clean up her mess. And my son has this thing about not cleaning up after other people. So until she gets back over here and takes the time to clean up her crap, although he did take out the couch and the bed that she left here, and I think her desk. So there's at least space for me to get through there now with the wheelchair. Yeah, he needs. But like I said, he's a really awesome kid most of the time.
This is going to sound like a wrong punt to say, but put your fucking foot down.
I only have one. And it won't do any good. I keep telling people it doesn't do any good. He's 26. He does his thing, and there's nothing I can. If I try and tell him what to do, then he gives me an attitude, slams around the house, and I have an anxiety attack for the next 3 hours. It's not worth it. Because I'm empathic and I can feel his emotions, and when he gets mad, he projects big time. So, yeah.
Sure.
I have a cat on either side of me. They're like laying right up against my legs. And my dog is once again on my pillow. I do. And my oldest daughter lives with my mom, and she's not talking to me. So I do talk to my mom, but my mom is 86 years old. No, not having her come over here in this mess.
Linda, I'm working on something that somebody lives close by that we know that is willing to help. I'm just working out a time scale for them.
Well, you have to give me some warning so I can put pants on. And my son would have to be home or they're not getting in the door because I can't get to the door.
Don't worry. I'll make it at the time where you're in. Yeah. What Carolyn said.
Yeah, well, my biggest priority right now is to get my leg healed up. So I live in South Carolina.
Where do you live, Cody?
South Carolina.
Carolina.
South Carolina.
Exactly. Honestly,
Yeah.
if he walked out the door right now, Kristen, Cody wouldn't survive.
No, I wouldn't. I would not, because there would be nobody here to make me food. Yeah, Christy, exactly. I'm from Massachusetts. South Carolina was a huge culture shock, let me tell you. Yeah, and he does have an option where he could go stay with his friends, so we don't want to piss him off that bad.
Linda says, can you not get a window open? Or?
Nope, I can't get to the windows. One window, whoops, wrong way. One window is right there.
Yeah.
And the other one is behind my supplies. So
It is kind of a catch-22, Kristen.
when I moved back in here, I still had my both feet. So when we put everything in this room, we just, all we did, I mean, this is everything I own. And we just shoved everything in so that there was space to put the bed down and a little bit of space in front of me because I have to slide this table. It's one of those little folding craft table type of things. It's not sturdy, so I can't do my silversmithing on it. And it's plastic, and you don't want to use a torch on plastic. But there's also not much room on it because the laptop's a little big. But Yeah, there's enough space for that.
I know people that do storage units.
Yeah, what about it?
They could come across certain things like tables.
I don't have any room in here for anything else.
They could swap a table for a table.
I do have a work table. It's in my son's room right now, up against the wall because I had no room in here for it.
You would have room if that place was cleared and your bed was moved to the proper location.
Yeah.
Under a window so you can get some air.
No. I'm in South Carolina and I'm on an alphabet street. We don't put beds near windows. You get shot in the head that way by stray bullets. Yeah.
Put it against the wall properly, have things moved to where you can easily grab them.
Yeah.
It sounds easy, but obviously it isn't.
Yeah. I was
over there, it would have been done long before now.
I was in the process of setting up my jewelry area, my supply area, and all of that. We were going to pull the table in. The bed was going to get turned because basically my bed was going to get turned into the direction that I'm facing right now. So like the wall in front of me, because it's an interior wall. Alphabet Street, you don't want your bed on an exterior wall. Bullets go through with walls here. We've learned. I was in a house that had bullet holes in the walls. And that's when I stepped on whatever I stepped on that punctured my foot, that caused the infection, that caused me to have my surgeries, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, right, Willow? Wrap the bed in bulletproof steel.
You got my mind working overtime now.
Once I have my prosthetic, things will change because I'll be able to do things for myself. Even with the walker, I'd be able, because I have kitchen chairs, so I can set them up so that if I'm in the kitchen, I can go and make food or go get myself a drink, or I'd actually be able to have a cold soda once in a while. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have to bother my son for every little thing. I don't know if I'd be able to put my dog out while using the walker because there's like 3 feet of space in our utility room to get to the door. I don't know if I'd be able to do that, but at least I'd be able to go get her food and feed her, and things like that. So I don't like depending on other people for everything, and I mean, the former roommate does come help in the mornings. She puts my dog out. She gives her food. She does a few other things that I need done. But she only comes on weekdays, and she usually tries to get out of coming on Fridays. So she was supposed to come twice a day. And she started, lady boner. She concentrated more on her new boyfriend. Just, don't cry, honey. I make do. I'll be fine. I got Fluffy to make me laugh.
She has a question.
In South Carolina, you can get assistance for wound care, but apparently the amputation isn't covered under that. And when I did have home health care coming in for my foot 3 times a week, we had to restrain all the dogs because technically they're not even supposed to enter a house where dogs are not secured, like in another room or outside or in a kennel, because of the possibility of getting bitten, etc. She was awesome. My home health care nurse was Margaret, and I even got her a Christmas present. That's how much I liked her. But she came in, but she also told us that any kind of other assistance, they don't do things like, I know. They don't do things like dishes or floors, or he is good medicine, even though he's a goofball, which is why he's good medicine. They don't do a lot of that stuff. And anybody that I did get to come, they don't put the dog out or feed the dogs and stuff. So, and they won't come in the house if there's a dog. We don't have anybody to secure all the dogs. In order to get me out of this room, I have to go through my son's room, and there's 2 dogs in there. And there's no way for me to put one out there's no way for me to secure the dogs for that.
It's gonna
So.
sound shocking. But
Do what?
have you ever thought, this is gonna sound shocking, but have you ever thought your health comes before the dogs?
No.
I understand that, but there is things that can be done.
Yeah.
Like obviously making sure that rooms are secure so the dogs can't get out.
Well, yeah, but I have to go through that room in order to get out of my room.
So have you not thought about moving rooms?
There's nowhere for me to move to.
For the next room?
I cannot put all my stuff won't fit in there.
Which is all your stuff. All
Because-
you need is your bed.
Yeah, no,
your
I'm not
kitchen
having.
stuff.
Nope, because then he'd be in here with my stuff and my kid is nosy. Nope. I'd be having a constant anxiety attack. Nope. We thought of that already. And we both negated. He'd be like, "Oh hell, I'd be through all your stuff seeing what you got." And I'm like, "Yeah, we're not doing that." Nope.
If everything's in totes, won't they stack?
Not everything is in totes.
No, but
There's
if they
boxes.
were, wouldn't they stack?
Of course, totes stack. That's what they do.
Totes take up less room than
They do. I
Uh,
suggested that too, Tina. I asked my son if he thought it would be easier for me to be out in the living room, and that way I would have more room in order to have the wheelchair near me, so that if I wanted to get into the kitchen, I could. And apparently, we have roaches. I don't have them in my room. I haven't seen them, but apparently we do, and they're all out there in the kitchen and the living room. So he won't let me go out there because bugs. Yeah, I didn't know. I thought they were. I mean, I knew we had them at one point like years ago, but I thought they were all gone. And of course, I haven't been out there in a year. So my former roommate, Issa, was not a clean person, and she let her son, like my godson, would sit on the couch out there, and he'd be done with like a juice box, and he'd shove it in the cushions of the couch. Or he'd be eating Cheez-Its out of the box and he'd just toss the box on the floor. So, they came back. Aw, I'm 51. My son is 26. Well, then he's awesome because he has the same name. Yeah, we have. I mean, it's been a year and a half, almost a year and a half. It was a year April that I had to have the surgery on my foot that started this whole debacle. And since then, believe me, we have thought of every scenario.
Hey, I'm from the UK. Every scenario is a different scenario.
Mm.
There is a way around everything.
Lisa, Lisa.
Trust me, there was a way around everything.
And my son and I are actually supposed to be moving in with his friend that he games with all the time that we know in person. And we're supposed to they're supposed to get like a 4-bedroom house and we're all supposed to live there. But his friend's wife had a death in her family, and that has been put on hold for about 6 months now. So we need the stimulus so that I can continue to pay my rent because it's expensive. Yeah, my landlord would just kick us out and bomb the whole house.
I agree, Linda.
My landlord, okay, my son and I rented a different house from the same landlord. It was an awesome house. We each had our own bathroom. It was great. Lots of space, and quit it. Damn cat. When we moved, it was exactly 1 year from the time we moved in, and I gave him first, last, and security. He should have been giving me $550 back, and he said that the house wasn't clean. Now, he never cleaned it before we moved in. I told him, don't worry about it. We'll clean it, before we move everything in. It's fine. And when I moved out, that house was cleaner than when I moved in. And he turned around and said it wasn't without any proof or whatever. and wouldn't give me my security deposit back. Now, mind you, this is in November. I'm disabled and Christmas is coming up and this man won't give me my $550. I was furious. I don't really talk to my landlord. He's stoned all the time and just kind of a dick. So the only time I will call him is if we break a pipe or a pipe breaks or the heat pump that for the AC dies, then I will call him because hello. But yeah, other than that, I don't communicate with him. My former roommate is actually the one that gives him the rent because I just don't know if I can control myself not to call him a dick to his face, and that will get me evicted. So, yeah, hindsight, you know. I mean, when I moved in, there was in my bathroom, there was a boot print above the door frame. I'm like, how in the hell did they do that? You know,
Probably
We did
swatting a
not-
fly.
we did not remove that. I was like, there's no
Swatting
way.
a fly.
Yeah,
I did that
I mean, it
one
was
day. Had a boot print in
literally
it.
like a work boot print. I'm like,
I did that once. I was trying to swat a fly and ended up with a boot print on my head.
so he said that my bed, my headboard, mind you, my headboard rubbed against the wall and left a mark. The mark was there when I moved in. You're right. I should have taken
You should
pictures.
listen. I had an active sex life. I do apologize. Who gives a shit?
What's fucked up is I didn't own a headboard. I didn't even have a bed frame. My bed was on the damn floor. So I'm like, what? Yeah. He just didn't want to give me the money back. You know, so he ripped off a disabled person, you know, a month before Christmas. That's the kind of person he is. Yeah, I agree, Carolyn, and I did offer to try and make things easier for my son and myself to go in the living room, but he won't let me because of roaches being in there. And I don't really want them crawling on me because that's disgusting.
This doesn't make me an expert, but as you know, I have a disabled partner.
Right.
Now, she was like you. She was living on just a mattress.
Well,
Right.
not now.
And no whatever I she'll not mind me telling you this because it's past. She was surrounded by dog feces, the lot. And
Yeah.
honestly, he didn't have a washing machine working. Her cooker was bust. She was living on takeaways, right?
Although,
I basically went into her house and went, listen, I'm not having it.
yeah.
Kick you up the arse. Now, she used to come to mine and she used to look around and go, baby, you've got a hell of a palace. Because it was, you know, it had everything in it.
Yeah.
So I took that upon myself to say, okay, listen, this is what we're going to do. I will help you, but you have to help yourself. So I went down to the local council. I fought for it, and I fought for it.
Good night,
It's not
Lisa.
easy. It's not an easy task, right? I then took it upon myself to contact social services,
Yeah.
who basically turned around and said, no, we're not helping you. Don't ever say that to me. They did help. And I guarantee you, they got her a brand new house, modified everything for her. They painted it, they decorated it, they put carpets in it, they gave her furniture, all because somebody turned around and said, listen, this person needs help. I showed her the pictures. She fell through her kitchen floor in her old property,
Right.
and they turned around and laughed at her.
Yeah.
Now, any normal person, right, would kick up a fuss. Squashy didn't. Because of her anxiety and her mental state at the time, she just dealt with it.
Yeah.
Because she didn't have that one strong person in her life to push and to push. Now, when I first got with Squashy, it wasn't, to me, it wasn't a relationship until you were somebody for about, what, 2-3 months? So at first, I didn't see it as that. I just seen it as me helping a vulnerable woman. And then over the times of doing that, obviously, feelings happen for each other and things happen.
Right.
And I become more and more connected with her. So she was helping me with my aspects of life that I wasn't strong enough with, i.e. socializing, you know, doing all that. My head was everywhere. So as a thank you to her, sorry, excuse me, I did this. Now, honestly, no word of a lie, she won't give that place up for nobody. I've asked her thousands of times, move in here, move in here. Will she help?
No.
So there is always a solution to every problem.
All they would do is
It's
tell
how
us
you
that
look at it and how you go about doing it.
all
Look
they
at
would
it
do,
from outside of the box.
all the
Right?
Department of
Look at it from an outsider's point of view.
and I know this county. Okay, I have repeatedly over the last 20 years tried to get help from different departments in this county. Pretty much every department in this county. All the Department of Health would do is either tell us, well, go get the stuff yourself and spray for roaches, or they would contact a landlord and I would get evicted. So, you know,
Somebody's put big rating. Just to prove it sure it works, holding the weak down because they know they haven't gotten the strength to fight it. I tell you, you got to be strong and healthy to fight a system.
yeah, and
I'm strong enough, ugly enough, and healthy enough to fight it for everybody.
and Tina is right. I can guarantee you that that house situation would not happen here. Nope.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I truly do.
And
It's a different walk of life.
Yeah.
But the concept is still the same.
Yep.
I.e., there is always a solution to a problem.
Well, yeah, the solution is for me to get my leg and get off my ass and do things for myself.
But then you've got to realize what the issues are until then.
I deal with them. I've been dealing with them.
I know you have,
I'm not living in.
but you shouldn't have to.
My former roommate cleans my litter box for me when I remind her repeatedly. You know, she helps me out during the weekdays. She was supposed to come every day, twice a day, and that slowly degraded because she's more concentrating on the new boyfriend. But she does come in the mornings, which my dog is very grateful for, and so am I. And every once in a while, she brings my godson with her, so I get to see my little boo. He's so cute. And, you know, it's just the leg that...
When she comes, why don't you ask her to move a few things around for you?
There's nowhere to move them to. I mean, there's just no room here. I have to be able to do it. She can't get to anything. She doesn't want to go across the bed because one, that causes me a lot of pain with my back. And that's the only way pretty much to get to that side where my stuff is. And she would have to rifle through all my things to find my stuff that I need in order to make anything. And I don't want her touching my things. You know, that I would be sitting here having an anxiety attack the whole time. It's just a thing.
I understand about the anxiety, but that's a thing that you could, you know, try and work on with somebody like that. I mean, I understand about touching your things. I'm the same. Get anybody touching that. But yeah, Linda's right. It is the first priority is getting that leg fixed.
Yeah.
But it's what you can do in the meantime, right? I know the rest of your body's able to do most things.
People laugh.
Yeah, I know that.
Because I'm funny as fuck, damn it.
Until you can get that leg sorted, which is going to take time, as you know.
Yeah.
Because they are pissing you about.
Yeah.
So it's what you can do to help the situation you're in at the minute, you know, to make it more comfortable for you until you get the leg sorted.
Linda, I love you and I trust you, but still, I mean, when John was alive, John was my best friend and I trusted him with absolutely everything in my life. And if he touched my stuff, I would have an anxiety attack. Yeah, right, Tina? I mean, and he knew it because he borrowed stuff from me all the time and I'd freak out because he'd be done with it and not bring it back immediately. Like pliers or tweezers or something. And I'd be like, where's my stuff? Are you done with it? And he's like, yeah, I was done with it 20 minutes ago. I'm like, well, give it back, you know.
But there is a solution to that. I notice you don't have an anxiety attack when you're on here talking to me.
No, because there's nothing to be anxious about. You're not touching my stuff.
But if you're distracted,
No, I would still know. It's I don't know why.
touching your stuff is different than moving and not bringing it back. Touching your stuff, she wouldn't be, no, or nobody would be touching it. All they were doing is closing the boxes and stacking them.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted a box, you'd say, listen, give me that box a minute. You go through it, take out what you needed, give them the box back to stack.
Well, they're pretty much stacked as much as they can. With the chaos of boxes that you see behind me are the empty ones so that I can repack stuff. And that would mean people would have to touch my stuff. So that's not happening. But that's
But if
why.
they're empty, there's nothing in there to touch.
But they're to pack things into. I mean, they're close enough to me that I can stack them all together if I really wanted to.
Yeah, but they
But
could give you the stuff to put into the boxes.
Things are stacked. I mean, things are stacked in my room. If I go any higher with some of them, the cats will knock them over and my stuff will get broken. I mean,
Right?
I'm sitting on my bed that's on a bed frame because a friend of mine bought a bed frame. I was having a hard time being able to get off my bed on the floor, so she bought me a bed frame. My friend from North Carolina that I love, she's good people, and so, and then I rearranged things when I was looking for, because I gathered all my jewelry stuff together so that I was sorting it. I was getting it ready to be able to work in my room. And when the whole foot thing started, so. No, I don't have anxiety. I used to have anxiety meds. When I was going to pain management, I had antidepressants and I had anxiety meds. And I found out you cannot take them at the same time because within 5 minutes you will be unconscious. You have to take them at least 20 minutes apart. But yeah, I don't have that medication now. My insurance doesn't pay for medication, so I had to be really careful what I request to. A lot of my meds are on the $4 list or $10 list from Walmart, which helps. And I found a little like mom and pop drugstore that does prescriptions at much more reasonable prices than things that aren't on the $4 list. So yeah, I've reduced, but I still can't afford all my medications these days, which is kind of scary considering some of them are heart meds and blood pressure and things like that.
We all need them.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I mean, I get all that free, so that to me it's weird, you know. And I couldn't understand like and pay for it, so I don't know how I don't. To me, it's just wrong. How you have to pay for medication.
A lot of people agree with you. I would be one of them.
Because the heart meds I'm on and the blood pressure thing, I have hundreds of them sitting in my cupboard.
Yeah.
No, but if I go to send you them, that's me sending drugs.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Exactly.
And if they're not the same meds that I'm on, that's not going to help me anyway.
Well, yeah, over here the difference.
Yeah. But no, I mean, you're not prying, Carolyn. I mean, I know people care, and I completely appreciate everybody trying to help. I really do. What a lot of people don't understand is that I have been dealing with this for over a year, and I have reached out to different places for help and assistance, and because of the situation, like people are like, why don't you get Meals on Wheels, which is a free food service here, and I don't qualify because my son is a perfectly healthy adult that they feel is able to cook for me, and he does cook for me 1 meal a day, which is usually he's working. So, what?
Nothing.
What? What happened?
So 1 meal a day, that's not healthy.
1 meal every 24 hours, I should say. That's why Victoria was so determined to send me a box of snacks.
That's not healthy.
So, no, and it doesn't promote my leg healing because his idea of a vegetable are French fries. I'm craving broccoli. That's how bad it's gotten. But another reason why I'm highly motivated to be able to cook my own food, because I cook healthier food. I mean, he's a really good cook. His food is delicious, but it's just not the most healthy thing to eat. So. Yes. Oh, Linda, who are you talking to? Prescriptions for blood pressure meds. We need prescriptions here for everything except like aspirin. And I don't have prescription coverage with my Medicare. You have to pay extra for that. Yeah.
I think I need to come over there and kick Donald Trump's ass.
Get video because I would watch that repeatedly. That video would make every talk show on the planet.
Free for president. Free healthcare.
Right? So, I mean, I know that all of you care, and I realize how frustrating it is to give advice and have me go, that's not going to work. But I really have gone through every scenario of how to be able to function, get out of my room, do this, do that, do that. And we really, I mean, Callie Picker is like, I don't want to hear can't. You can do anything you want. But he was like, just open the door and let the dog out. Yeah, well, we don't have a fenced-in yard. So, no. You know, I wouldn't get my dog back. She's one of those dogs that she's a runner. If she's loose, she's gone. And I obviously cannot chase her. So, you know.
It's hard for me because I want to help you.
I know.
You know what I mean? And the kind of person I am, I mean, I sit here and I talk to Squashy about it, saying, listen, there's something we need to do. We need to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I understand we have issues at the minute and obviously helping off the Squashy.
Right.
But it doesn't mean we can't help you or somebody else in need. Now, others out there, I can help. You know, I could walk out the door tonight or today and help somebody.
Yeah.
The way I want to help is to make your life, what you're going through at this present time, a lot more easier for you. In a way to where I understand you're going to have to go through surgery. You're going to have to do it again, or you're going to have to get your prosthetic fitted and everything.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to have surgery again. I hope not.
Depending on whether the thing heals or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you've got all that, but that's going to take time. Nothing in this happens instantly.
Yeah, I know.
You know, she's already got one, Christy. I'm just at the other end of the pond.
Yeah.
You know?
He's far away.
So we were putting our heads together trying to come up with solutions. I understand, like you say, you've tried everything.
Yeah.
But there is things out there that if you look at it from our side, somebody that's not involved, there is ways around things. You don't see them because you're going through it and you've tried. And to me, it sounds like you've tried and you've tried and tried, and you're at the end of it saying, right, I've tried everything.
Yeah.
There's nothing left for me to try. But there is always something. And it is that little bit of fear that I have. A tiny little bit of fear that there's always something that can be done. I mean, I'm the worst for it. I honestly, right, I worry about every little thing. I mean, our financial difficulties, right? Everybody knows, you know, I'm about that far away from declaring bankruptcy. That's how bad it is here, right? Now, the only thing I've got to keep afloat is my auctions.
Right.
And even then, I'm making £3 to £4 on each item. But the way I look at it is that £3 to £4 could then accumulate into 5 to 6, 7 to 8 to 20 to 30 to 50 to 100. So there's always a solution. I mean, this isn't the stupid fluffy, right? This is the guy. This is Mark telling you, right? There is always a solution, and we will find that solution for you. I promise you that.
I know.
You know,
I know you're gonna try your hardest.
Even if it means I have to get off my fat ass, right? Walk to where you are, boot your fucking door in, slap your son, and help you myself.
Don't break my door.
I'd fix it afterwards.
My dog, the big dog, will not be happy at that.
Hey, I'll just fart. The dogs will not be knocked out. There you go.
Probably.
You know, I shit bigger things than dogs. Trust me.
Well, she's about.
Something's gonna have to change, Cody.
Well, I mean, I actually like her being very protective and stuff because I don't live in a great neighborhood, and everybody here knows because Issa has a really big mouth, and she talks to the neighbors and tells them everything going on with me. So they know that I can't get out of my rooms, which means when I'm here by myself, I'm really glad that the dog is out there and will basically eat anyone's face who comes in the house.
I mean, to me, you're vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
And I know you're not because
And I don't
you
have
know
no
you're big
people.
enough and ugly enough and tough enough to deal with it yourself.
Did you just say I was ugly?
You know, it's a figure of speech, you know. But you've got the wits about you to, you know, to stand up to some of the, not stand. That was the wrong word to say. Sorry. To, you know, to kick butt,
Yeah.
right? So, you know, kick your neighbours into thing and say, "Oi, subscribe to Fluffy first, right? And then come and help me."
Linda, I can't run. I have to roll. I have to get in the wheelchair and roll. I can't.
It's not run, it's hobble.
Right? And I can't even do that because my right knee is so bad that I can't take my foot off the floor right now. So the most I can do is like stand and pivot on my foot.
And fought. Hey, I moved.
But yeah, I mean,
I think Linda's put her foot down now.
Yes.
well, everything will work out eventually. It's just dealing with
You've got
it.
Linda on the case now.
It's just dealing with it until I can get that leg, and you know, then
Yeah,
things.
which is, I mean, here's the thing. I wish I could phone the place now and go, "Oi, twats," you know what I mean? But I understand over there. It's, you know, the issues that we go through. So there's no way in speeding it up.
My quality of life is not as bad as it was when I had the fluid retention. That was horrible. My
Quality of life.
quality of life, like how horrible you
It's-
live. Huh?
Quality of life could get worse. Like that.
Yeah. Well, if the two people that are helping me abandon me, then yes, I'm fucked. But
Yeah, exactly. And that's another issue which I will deal with my own way.
my quality of life was a lot
You
worse.
do realize the Fluffy's going to be in America sooner than rather than later, don't you?
Yes, I know, but you're not going to be anywhere near me.
Hey, while she's in recovery, I can travel.
Yeah, it's a little farther away than what you think. She's going to recover before you would get here. Pittsburgh,
Unnecessarily.
quite a ways.
Unnecessarily.
Well,
Oh, yes. Mama Linda speaks.
hmm
Listen to Mama Linda.
let's just say I've had to deal with a lot worse, to the point of having very bad thoughts because life was not good, and
I don't know yet, Carolyn. I'm waiting on an email back from Pittsburgh Hospital. Whichever one replies to me first, either the one in Munich or the one in Pittsburgh, then that's where we go.
I ended up in a really dark place and realized that I needed to go figure out what was going on with my health. Yeah, I saw that. So I went to the hospital and I found out it was extreme fluid retention and that I had congestive heart failure. I'm like, well, go me. It can't just be one thing, right?
Listen, I can drive. Yeah. Imagine Fluffy on the motorway in America. Get out of the way, beep beep. Get out of the way, beep beep.
That makes me really glad that my Laredo is.
I'm a driver there. Don't worry, Carolyn. Everybody will be updated.
So, you know.
Oi, I'm a driver there. Fuck off.
Because I know a guy, you know.
Yeah,
It always-
I
it
know a
always-
guy.
You know a guy.
I know a guy.
I know a
My
guy.
uncle lives here. You see?
I know a guy that takes care of all that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're looking at me. Ain't seen nobody else here. You looking at me? Gotta ask yourself one question. Do you feel lucky?
Punk.
I don't.
Yeah. Everything will work out in time, and I'm
On the
fine.
wrong side of the road too. Yeah. Yeah, you can imagine that, isn't it? Driving down the road, cars coming towards you. Beep, fucking beep.
And everybody going, "Yep, that was Fluffy."
Yeah, I don't give a shit about language. I'm not monetized. I don't give a shit. You know? Hey, they give me 3 warnings. I keep me off YouTube. I'll make another channel. Simple. I'm gonna have that one at 300 subs in a week. Yeah. But here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, let YouTube watch this. YouTube needs to listen to this, right? YouTube needs to pull out their fingers and help people like this.
Hmm. Thank you,
Oh,
Karen. I know. I do feel all the love, and I mean, I don't come onto YouTube and talk about my situation in order to get all kinds of people going. Oh, I don't do that. I merely give information. You know, I'm not looking for people to send me things or buy me things or anything like that. Don't do that. I actually tell people not to. Fluffy knows because he was like, "Oh, I'm going to send you a care package." I'm like, "No, you're not." He's like,
Apart from if it's a purple bag with loads of things in it.
this was before that though, because he was like, "I'll get your address. I'll get your address from Victoria." And the next time I saw Victoria, I was like, "Do not give Fluffy my address."
She already
And-
gave me it.
And then I ended up,
I had your address before you even gave me it.
yeah. Then awesome Linda, you know, got me a lot of rings on Fluffy's auction and had me pick one of her rings, and I had to give him my address anyway. So, and if you
then
already
Dan
have
the man bought you that nice bag.
why did you ask for my address? Yeah, the bag is beautiful.
Why did I ask for your address?
Yeah, Squashy did. And I do appreciate that everybody cares so much. And, you know, I mean, for basically a total stranger, our communities on YouTube are just fantastic and they touch my heart.
Yeah.
They really do.
They did. I mean, YouTube helped me out a lot, obviously, with. So it's my turn to give back. If I can
Chris,
help somebody the way YouTube's helped me, what goes around comes around. Karma.
well,
I
before
have good karma for this one.
Yeah.
I have good karma.
before I started even watching videos on YouTube, because my son used to watch them on YouTube and he'd tell me about different channels here and there and, you know, this and that. And I'd be like, whatever. I was just Netflix and Amazon Prime. I was watching movies or I was reading because I have Kindle Unlimited. And I do spend money on those because otherwise I just sit here twiddling my thumbs, staring at the wall. And
You don't need to spend money. Movie Books Pro. I can send you the link for it right now.
yeah, you said you were going to do that and you never did.
Sorry. Kate, can you send the link for Movie Books Pro, please? Kate's
But,
on it.
okay.
Cancel your subscriptions. Do not pay another penny. I can sort that out.
Well, I keep the Amazon Prime because I do get things shipped to
You
me.
don't need Amazon Prime. This also does it to that.
Shipping? I could shop on Amazon and get shipping through that?
I will send you my Amazon Prime if need to be.
No, I'm fine because my son uses it. I use it. You know. Yeah. I mean, there are a few things like
Things like that, like your TV subscription, you don't need with Movie Books Pro. Has everything.
I cannot go without my Kindle Unlimited. I need to read. I need to read. So that's what I was doing was watching movies and reading,
What
and
you
I
pay
had
for Kindle Unlimited?
like $10 a month.
That $10 a month could be. Why don't you? You know, I can send you some books.
Books would just pile up. That's the problem. It would just
Books you can read over and over and over again.
yeah. I can do that on Kindle Unlimited, and I have
Yeah, but you
unlimited.
can also do that free on the internet.
Yeah. There are certain things that are worth paying that money for. I mean, just to keep my sanity. You know, it's a balance. It's between, you know, I could use that $10 and I could have my son pick me up something at the store that I don't probably shouldn't eat, or I can keep my reading. I need books. I'm the kind of person that would sit there and rather read a book than go to a party, you know.
I understand that.
And it's like my brain needs input.
Input, more input. 25 is alive.
Right? Exactly. But
Input.
when I started, I think it was CinemaSins. My son watches CinemaSins all the time, and all I would hear was ding, ding, ding coming from his room. I'm like, what is that noise? And he told me. So I was like, okay. So I went on it, and it was funny as hell because it's this guy that just picks out all the things that are wrong in movies, like 30 seconds of logos is a sin, ding, you know. And then I found Cinema Wins, which is good points in the movies, like kind of the opposite. It's not the same guy. And every time I looked on YouTube, there were new things. And then I found storage buyers, people that buy storage units. I think the first one I saw was a What the Hales video. And that it just went from there. I mean, it escalated from there. And then I realized that I could talk to people on the chats. And I was like, whew, socialization. And yeah, we were all over
Last
after
time
that.
you read something.
What?
When was the last time you actually picked up something and read it?
30 seconds. I was actually reading when you went live.
Really?
Yeah.
What were you reading?
Naughty books.
Yeah, I thought so. Bit of changing me.
I didn't say what kind of input I needed. I just said I needed input.
Input. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a little task to do.
Oh,
That
geez.
should keep your mind occupied for a while.
I have things to do today, you know. I'm moderating
know.
2 auctions.
I know, but while you're moderating them 2 auctions, I'm going to give you a little task.
Of course you are.
Copper States needs to get to 1,000 subs.
I know, you already told me. I know.
Your task, if you wish to accept it, is to get Copper States, drop the links, everything. This message will not self-destruct in 5 seconds.
I already said I would help. All right, but anybody that shows up here, you got to warn me because my son has to be home to open the door, and I need to put on pants, which means I need to
Yeah.
find them
But
because
remind, if you do it just your pants on, remind me that's when I need to park my bike.
funny, ha ha, ha ha ha. No, the cat stole my shorts, so because it had like the drawstring on it, and the black and white cat went ballistic, and I think my shorts are somewhere under the bed. My former roommate actually stole most of my clothes, and a blanket, and she insists that she didn't. And I'm like, I'm literally stuck in my room, and other people had to do my laundry. Where exactly did my clothes go if you didn't take them with you when you moved out? You know, because her thing was she would do laundry and my stuff, she would mix my stuff in with hers, and then she'd just dump it in the living room because they lived in the living room. And she'd just dump it on a pile of stuff in the living room. My clothes would get mixed in with hers. Now, hello, I'm a big person, so my sizes are big, and neither one of them wore my size. But all my t-shirts disappeared, like 3 of my tank tops disappeared, and 3 pairs of pants disappeared. I'm like, where are my clothes? And my blanket disappeared that John had got me, and I'm really pissed off at that because John got it for me. And she's like, I don't have it. And I'm like, well, it didn't walk out of the damn house by itself. And my son has been all through his room in the closet in there because that was the entertainment room. That's where John had his TV set up originally, and the couch and everything. He's been all through there, and it's my stuff's nowhere to be found. So I'm like, yeah, it just disappeared. Whatever. So I have minimal clothes. Although I did in May when I got my stimulus, I bought 2 shirts. I bought this one, and I bought a tank top. She says she doesn't have it, Kristen. So I mean, it's not, I can go to where she is and get it. I don't even know where she lives now. So, you know. Well, then you know my situation, Tina. It's just, I mean, it's convenience at this point. You know, I stay covered. I mean, I actually had a nurse give me like 6 of these really big hospital Johnnies. So I use them like a robe usually, but because they don't tie anymore, I took the ties off them and made little cat toys out of them. I put a shirt on for when I go live because otherwise I'd be flashing everybody. What are you doing, Fluffy?
We send it. There's a link showed up. Be able to.
Yes. Well, a picture showed up.
Yeah.
But I can see the link on it, so I can, type it.
Type that into the goggle.
Well, I'm not going to do it right now.
No. When you get time, just.
Thank you.
And
Thank
if
you,
it asks you for a code,
Mhm.
all 9s, but the last one is a 0.
Okay. Gotcha.
Or just ask Squashy. She'll tell you.
Linda, I think the little Fluff is getting tired just a bitty bit. Yeah, I'm gonna call my prosthetic guy and let him know, and ask him which doctor he wants me to call because I don't really like the new doctor that I have for general practitioner. I do like my surgeon. It depends on what you're talking about, and I wear men's clothes. I usually wear a 2X in shorts and 3 or 4X in tank tops. 4Xs are more comfortable, and my t-shirts are usually anything over a 4X.
Hi, Cherry Picker.
Hi, Cherry Picker.
Oh, hello, Cherry Picker.
Cherry Picker is a sweetheart.
Come on.
Yeah.
And I agree with that as well, Kirsty. Nobody will judge you.
Well, I mean, I'm an open book. I mean, you can ask me anything, past, present, or, what I hope in the future, and I'll tell you. I mean, I don't have secrets and I don't lie. So that's why when Victoria wanted to do an interview with me, I was like, well, be prepared. Be very cautious about the questions.
Ask me.
Yeah, very, very cautious about the questions you ask me. And she got caught quite a few times. Mm-hmm.
She needed to do an interview.
Not to mention that she was telling the people in the chat, go ahead and ask questions. And I'm like, oh, lordy.
Yeah, I'm on interviews. I'm all nicey. I'm all, But with that interview with Victoria, I think, it'd be different.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun, and that was before that I showed my face, so everybody was just talking to my bear. So, but yeah, it was fun.
My fault. She's lost a mask, and you see her face now. My fault.
Actually, it was Polly Antonelli. Because there's no way that I couldn't not get that donation for Squashy for
Here's
her.
the thing: if you'd never met the Fluffy or the Fluffy's channel or the Squashy, you'd still be sitting there talking to her.
Maybe. I don't know.
Let's see. I work in mysterious ways.
Yeah, well, I went first with my face on Larry's because that's where Paul was on Larry's Live. And he was bound and determined to get me to show my face. And he said, I will donate $10 to the GoFundMe for Squashy if you show your face.
Yeah, you did. And then what happened? I donated extra for you to keep it on longer.
Yep, he did. He did. And then I got to the level of Dilligaff. So then I just stopped using the mask because I was self-conscious about my teeth. So I had a
Don't need to
mask.
be. Look, I mean, here's the thing. Everybody's different, right?
I know.
Things happen. People got teeth that don't exist. Mine are all false, right? I've had all these built up, right, over time. An appearance shouldn't be who they judge or, you know.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Ooh,
Is it
see?
Carolyn or Caroline? No, it would be Carolyn because
Caroline Gambrell, if I'm saying her correctly.
Thank
Yeah, she
you.
is. She's a cutie.
Thank you,
Tickly, tickly, tickly.
dork.
Coochie, coochie, coo.
Right.
Yeah, I love Cody. And like I say, guys, I just want to help out with Cody. I mean, she deserves. Well, she doesn't deserve it. Everybody deserves it, but
Yeah.
it's obvious she's needing help, and you know, governments and stuff can't help.
Government
But see,
sucks.
there's nobody stronger than a family.
That is true. That is very
And we
true.
are a family.
I have to mute my mic for a minute. I gotta make noise.
You're gonna fart. Hi, this is Cody. I'm going to make some noise. I'm going to fart, 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 fart. Fart, 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 fart. Fart, 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 fart. Oh, look, I'm in a plastic bag. Way, I'm upside down. You know what you put in that plastic bag, don't you? Drugs. She's a drug mule.
It's my
Oh, look,
cigarette.
she's on the fags as well.
It's my cigarettes. There. I take them out of the carton and toss them in a bag.
This makes more noise talking than what she does in the bag, you know? Could have just listened to the bag.
Shut up.
I know, fuck.
Hey, there's some people that like my voice.
Hey, your voice is soothing when I need to scratch my brain.
You big meanie head.
I know, I love you really.
I love you too.
See, there's that smile. See? You need more of that.
Yeah. Our community is just amazing and coming together for people, and it really touches my heart how much everybody cares about everybody. You know, it's a good
Sorry, I'm
thing.
going old slap head on you guys. It's just my head starting to get warm.
Especially with
I live behind this.
all the crap. Damn, you're blinding me with the shiny. What the hell?
I'm a good dentist. I can knock teeth out.
There you go. You notice I just cut my lighter like it's windy or I'm outside. I just realized I did that. I just realized I did that.
Honestly, even Squashy does it. She'll sit there and she'll put the other hand on. I'm like, what are you doing? You inside?
Yeah.
But she does that for purpose because I'll blow it out. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
I used to do that to John too. He'd go to light his cigarette and be like,
One. Oh, bless her. She's. I will do. Bless her. She's struggling.
the reason my teeth are so crappy, everybody's like, oh, you must have been smoking crack or meth or no, I did not. Well, I did smoke crack for about 3 months before I had my kids, but wasn't worth it. So I was like, this is not fun. Done with this. But my teeth were going bad. No, I had my oldest daughter. She was not there at the time, but my pregnancies are actually what wrecked my teeth. That's right.
There you go, Carolyn. Squashy says she's going to answer that one for you.
Don't worry about me, Caroline. Worry about Cody.
Yeah, no.
I've got Squashy covered. Trust me. Squashy will always go to bed with a smile on her face because she knows the fluffy.
I don't know. I'd be torn between a smile and a look of fear if Fluffy was in my house because he tends to forget to put on pants when he walks around when he gets up.
Me?
Yeah,
Never.
Uh-huh.
Greg, do. Oh, been sitting for too long. Would I do such a thing?
But no, my children actually wrecked my teeth. When
Hang
I
on. I'm going to get some air. 1 minute.
do you have pants on?
Get in.
What?
Guys,
I
look
love
how nice it is. If you're concerned about Squashy, she needs to walk from there to the end of the hedge and she's at the shop. She's all right. She won't let me
Hi,
go or
Mama.
anything. She likes doing it herself. Basically, the shop is there. This is her exercise. This is all she does. And honestly, as you can see, she walks bent over. So, you know, this is her exercise. She'll come back and she'll be in agony.
Yeah.
So I have to do it, but
I wouldn't even, before my whole leg problem, I wouldn't even be able to walk that far without leaning on something because my back would lock up and I would literally fall on my face.
yeah, but I keep asking her not to because obviously she's in agony all the time she moves.
Yeah.
You know, so I always say to her, listen, don't, I'll do it. But no, then if I do it, she'll go on at me and say, well, listen, why aren't you letting me do it?
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
so I understand. I mean, there's people out there that, on one of my videos that said, well, Squashy's open, she's walking around. She's fine.
Yeah, it's not fine. That's
You know?
pure Brit stubbornness right there.
Yeah. Yeah, she can walk. I've never once said she couldn't. You know, she can. She can walk. She can, when she's downtown, she's with me. She's hooked onto me. Little things like that. That's 102 yards.
Yeah.
She can do that every time. But when she gets back, it's a different story.
Yeah.
Because she'll sit down and she'll freeze up. And then she'll stand up and she'll freeze up. And then she'll lie down and she'll freeze up.
Yeah. Hey, Flippin' Mama says hug her Squashy. There you go.
I'll give Squashy a huggles. Don't you worry.
Give her extra huggles for me too.
Hang on, she's coming back. I'll give her a huggles live on camera. Ready?
Yay.
Your flipping mama says I've got to give you a squeeze for her. So there we go.
Don't
Your
squish it
flipping
too
mama,
much.
there you go.
Aww. You guys are so cute.
I must be painting my head, look.
Stop that.
Diego was like, where's my hug?
Aw, Diego.
And these white bits, everybody.
Now he's going to be mad because you showed his white bits. They are adorable together, aren't they?
Yeah, who?
You and Squishy.
Me
You
and
know.
Squishy are what you call,
Fleshy and Squishy.
yeah. See, I mean, I'd walked out, like I've just said to you guys, I would walk heaven and earth for that woman. But going to the shop, would she hell let me go?
No.
I've just said to her there, listen, is there anything you want? She's like, I'm going. But I can understand where people are thinking, well, why have you got this? Well, fund me for her. She's obviously not needing,
Mama.
you know.
Well, it's hard. I mean, I go crazy because I have to depend on everybody to help me, and I don't want to. You know, I want to be able to get my own food. I want to be able to go get my own drink and not have to have warm sodas in here. For the longest time, my bottles of Pepsi, my 2 liters, were out in the kitchen, and I had to ask somebody to bring me one all the time. The problem is that if my son was sleeping and I was out, I would not have anything to drink, and I have to have, because of my mouth, I have to have, fluids constantly, and the bubbles actually help. So, Pepsi. Shut up. That's my excuse for Pepsi. So now I keep them in here. Usually they're stuck in the little tiny space between my mattress and the wall of boxes back there. So I have them lined up. And when I want one, I have to lean back and grab one and pull it forward. Pepsi dispenser, but that works.
Well, here's the thing. I got about 20 emails from a few different people stating, "Oh, the GoFundMe for you don't mind, everyone knows her name, for Kate is fake because she's obviously can walk." I was like, yes, she can walk. Yes, she can pick up a box. She can carry a box. She can do this. She can do that. But she does things that doesn't use her back much.
Right.
I said, but this is when you see Kate walk, what's the first thing you see? You see her leaning forward.
Right.
Yeah? She can walk, but like I said, she can walk a certain distance on her own, unattended. Now, everybody was like, yeah, but, she's obviously, yes, it's not that I'm concerned about. Right? It's the fact that when she's not doing this, it's like at the present time she's sitting here, right? Now, I know she's in agony. I can see it in her body.
Yeah.
Right? When she stood up before, just to stand up to strengthen her legs, she was in agony.
Mm-hmm.
Just walking from here to the toilet, she was in agony. And so I know that's hurting her walking to the shop. But yet, me being who I am, I'd happily go. I'd do it 24/7 for her.
Yeah.
But that's not, to me, that's not helping her. Letting her do something that she wants to do within her boundaries is helping her.
Right. Well, there again, it's a psychological thing. I mean, you want to help her, but psychologically, if she's able to do it herself, it makes her mentally feel better. She accomplished something. That's one of the reasons I started beading in the first place 20 years ago, was because my back was so bad that I couldn't sweep a floor for more than 10 minutes, or if I was lucky, and I'd have to sit down for half an hour. I could go to wash dishes. I was able to wash 2 dishes and a bowl, and I had to go sit the hell down. It was so frustrating. All the things that you don't ever want to do, like housekeeping, house cleaning and all that, I couldn't no longer do, and I wanted to get them done. So, I started beading because I was able to put beads together. They looked pretty, and I finished like necklaces and bracelets and all that. I finished something. It gave me a sense of accomplishment. Psychologically, that's really good medicine. So the point is,
the problem about her drinks. Yeah, you solved that problem about your drinks, didn't you?
but I mean, according to my doctor, I'm not supposed to lift more than 10 pounds. How my cat weighs 10 pounds, I'm like,
Fuck that. You're constantly lifting 10 pounds.
Yeah, I am. They're big. But yeah, so I'm not supposed to stand for long periods of time. I'm not supposed to sit for long periods of time. I'm not supposed to lay down for long periods of time. I'm like, really? Are you going to suspend me from the ceiling next? Because that seems to be the only thing left,
Bondage.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, the sex swing or something. Like trapeze. What
See?
the hell?
It's normally me with a dirty mind, Cody.
Oh, no, I have thoroughly dirty mind. I live in the gutter. It's okay.
In the gutter. I own the gutter.
Well, I'm renting space.
Yeah, not that much.
A large space.
It needs to be to fit that ass.
Yeah, it does. I got a big ass. I do. I used to say that to John. I'm like, get out of the way. My big ass is coming through. And he'd be like really quiet, go, but I like that big ass. Because he couldn't say it loud because his wife would get mad.
Nothing wrong with junk in the trunk.
Nope. And that's what he used to say.
True.
See, John and I could joke around like that. It was nothing sexual, but his wife would assume it was. Because she was very insecure. Issa is a very insecure person. And she does not have that level of comfort with people that she's able. Like, I can joke around like that with you, Fluffy, And I totally know that there's not, yeah, I mean, you love squashy so much, nothing is going to change that. I'm not trying to interfere with that. We're just joking around. You
Yeah.
know, it's just playing. It's not anything serious. So, you know,
I clear. That made squashy laugh.
well, no, I mean, Chris,
When you met me best friend, Pamela Henderson, and her four friends.
I was talking about before the whole leg debacle happened with my back, just with my
Well,
back.
I told you not to open them that wide, otherwise they'll fall off. Right.
And I do move around. I scoot around on my butt a lot.
On a butt cheek. That's why one butt cheek is bigger than the other. The other one's constantly.
Mm-hmm. And I do get off the
Does
bed.
that mean you get sores on your butt cheek?
No, I don't.
If you're scooting around, you're going to end up with sores on your butt cheek.
No, if you stay sitting too long, you can get bed sores. That's what she's talking about.
I've been sitting here for hours. I haven't getting any.
Shut up, Fluffy.
But yeah, I'm not in bed. I'm on the sofa.
So,
Honestly, Cody,
What?
I've got that much space. Just move over here. I'll accommodate you.
I don't think I'm allowed to do that. Am I? Well, now they won't let anybody from the United States in the UK, but
Hey,
Yeah.
I've got spare beds or spare rooms. Fucking Panda lives in the cupboard. I've got
You
Linda
are-
under my bed.
I'd be like slapping you and going, dude, go put on pants.
I've got Danica under my sheets. Ooh.
And Victoria under your bed.
No, she's in my head.
That's kind of scary. That means you'll start massacring people's names too.
What was that the other day? I said, oh, Victoria. No, what?
Oh, I'm sorry, Kristen.
Yes, me too. Yeah, I kind of keep winding Victoria up. I'm like, Victoria, you know you want it. Just, admit it. Fluffy's on your mind all the time, isn't he?
No, but fleshy might be.
Cody, shut up, Fluffy. That's her favourite words. Honestly, that's what she should call herself.
This is the obnoxious kitty.
Oh, look at that pussy. Hey, I get to see Cody's pussy.
Oh.
Oh, look how cute that cat is.
She's not a cuddler, so she didn't like me holding on to her at all. That's the cat that bit Issa's ass.
What? That's a cat that licks your ass.
No, bit Issa's ass. My former roommate. This is the cat that doesn't like her at all. She attacks her. She'll, viciously come after her with claws and teeth and everything else. But she's not a cuddler. She'll put her front feet on me and
I'm not a
love on me,
cuddler.
but you're not supposed to hold on to her. Thank you.
Yeah, that cat is beautiful.
She really is.
Not
She's-
as good looking as Diego, but I'm just biased.
Well, Diego's
Yeah,
a
she
very
is pretty.
cat. My cats are
She
girl
is
cats.
pretty. So is the cat mind. And
And
I remember the
cat-
first day I made Victoria go red. That was funny.
the cat that I was
Live on camera as well.
The cat that I was just holding, which is Mardi Gras, which was John's cat, is blind in one eye. She's was born that way, and she's the troublemaker. Figures, right? I told John, I said, well, she has more to prove, apparently. And
Do you
we got
know
her.
Stevie
got her-
Wonder's blind?
What?
Do you know Stevie Wonder's blind?
Really?
Yeah, you ever seen his wife?
No.
He hasn't.
Neither is he.
I love Stevie Wonder. Well, actually, one of my favorite songs is in the movie I like. It's called Superstition. Very superstitious, riding on the wall. But yeah, name the movie. I, Robot.
Yeah. Will Smith, right?
Yep. He starts singing it when he's in the shower.
Yep.
Oh, that's the movie I wanted you to watch. I was thinking, because where I get most of my comedy from, especially the beep beep, get out of the way, you motherfucker. Right? Watch Euro Trip. It is fucking hilarious. Miss Gozy. Miss Gozy.
Okay.
But he's like, Miss Gozy, Miss Gozy.
I am. Okay.
Yeah, Carolyn comes up with a good question.
No. we've had Miha for 9 years, almost 10 years. And the other dog that's in that room is my son's dog, and then I have my dog. So no.
So that's 3 dogs you have.
Yep. Well, there are 3 dogs in the house. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But there is what you've also got to remember is not saying that they're not, but there's the dog's happiness and welfare as well.
Yeah. Well, my son takes care of the dogs, getting them outside and feeding them, and he plays with the other 2, and his dog and Miha, they play together, in rep house and all that. And my dog's kind of used to being in my room all the time, because when I was living in Florida for a year, she was in my room, and unless I was out of the room, then she would come out with me. She really loved playing with the Great Dane and the American Bulldog.
But here's the thing: if it meant you had, hypothetically, a better way of life or a better circumstance, would you consider rehoming one of them? If it meant you had a better, basically, you could do a lot more.
If I had a guarantee that Miha would be taken care of correctly,
yeah,
because she is 10 years old, so she's set in her ways, and she was mostly John's dog. John babied that dog so much. He found that dog when I sent him out for cigarettes one night. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, I'm out of cigarettes. Can you run down to the store? And he would walk down to the store for me, because, he's like you. He was like you. And he came back with a dog, and I'm like, that's not cigarettes. And he goes, I found this dog at the end of the street, and she's so cute. She was about 4 months old. And I was like, that's nice, but it's still not my cigarettes. Go get my cigarettes, please. I don't blink twice, because he used to bring home animals all the time. And he leaves, and he comes back with another puppy. And I'm like, if you come back with one more puppy, I'm smoking it. I'm like, go get my cigarettes.
Rolling little skins.
Yeah.
This tastes a bit doggish.
And so these puppies were totally unsocialized. They didn't even know how to play. And they were covered in fleas and ticks. So we got the stuff, and I'm pulling ticks off them because, John brings them home and goes, ew, I'm not touching ticks. So I'm getting the ticks off the dogs, and I told him, I said, okay, you know what? They're young. We'll keep them for 30 days. We will teach them how to play and socialize, give them a little bit of training, and then they go to animal control so that they can be adopted. He hid Miha. When I called animal control to come pick up the puppies, he hid her. He took off with the dog so that animal control could not take. I'm like, fine, keep the damn dog. So we've had Miha ever since, and he spoiled the crap out of her. I trained her, but he spoiled her. So if she could be in a home with a man who knows how to take care of dogs and would give her the same kind of spoiled attention, then yeah. And she also has heartworms, so that has to be taken care of too. Which she probably
there's people out there that could give a dog like that.
Trying to find somebody and being able to trust them. And, I'm just so afraid that somebody's just going to neglect the crap out of her, and
yeah, but that goes on to trust issues as well.
Yeah.
I'd be the same. I'd be the same with Dilly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
So, we had somebody watch our dogs when I had to go to California, and John had taken the bus out to California to help his mom sell her house. And then I flew to California because I was driving everybody back to South Carolina. And we had somebody who was my partner at work when I worked loss prevention. She's a Shepherd Akita mix. And we had 4 dogs at the time. We had my Great Dane, John's dog Max, and then my son's dog and my shepherd collie mix. And my partner, former partner from work, working loss prevention, a former Army Ranger, was supposed to be taking care of the dogs. We had a bit of a problem getting back. I read it. Geez, stop! I'm talking here.
I'm walking here.
There was a bit of delay, and we had bought dog food, but of course with a Great Dane, and he wasn't making the dog food correctly because we always mixed it with rice to make the dog food last a little longer. Stop that. Just gonna cover that part of the screen. He ended up just not feeding the dogs. We were a week and a half late. My dogs did not eat for a week and a half. We came back and they were skeletal, and they had killed one of the cats. My daughter's cat. She was very upset because she was only about 9 at the time. But I couldn't believe that he didn't just, we had called him and let him know we had a delay and we were going to be late, and to just grab a bag of dog food from the store and we, pay him back when we got home. Army Ranger, this is why I don't just blindly thank people for their service, because this man should have done the right thing. He wasn't broke. He was working Walmart loss prevention. I knew how much he made, and he could well afford a bag of dog food until we got back. So that was it was horrifying. And this is why I don't trust people with my animals. So,
Yet again.
I know there are. If I knew the right one, and in South Carolina, I will put out there that there are people that will act very trusting and and they will adopt a dog and then they will use it as bait in dogfighting. And where Miha is a Shepherd Akita, they are both considered a slightly aggressive breed. I will not take the chance that she will end up in a fighting ring as bait to train a fighting dog. We had a Rottweiler Bloodhound mix, Max, and we actually had somebody come and ask us to come into our yard and stand in our driveway with all our dogs going ballistic. And when we went out there to find out what the hell this person wanted, he was like, "Hey, can I buy that dog?" And we were like, "Why would you want to buy the dog?" And he goes, "Well, I fight dogs and da-da-da." I swear, if he hadn't left so quickly, John would have killed him. He was like, "Get the hell out of here and don't ever come back." He was like, "I will pound the crap out of you, and not in a good way." So, yeah. There are too many.
I hear the word pound.
Yes, you did.
Oh.
John pulled his knife. He pulled his knife on the guy because he was just so furious that he would want and that was John's dog that he was trying to buy. I was just like, I'm going to kill you now. You need to leave. Where we lived at the time when this happened, at the end of our street was a road that was being built on, but it was pretty much, it was blocked from the main road. It was a little side street, and they used to dump the dead fighting dogs on that street in the ditch on the side of that road. And it was very sad, and it made me cry every time I went down that street. So those are the things that go. So stop it.
Oh my God. The cold dog comes over there while the cold filter's over there.
Well, I know, but you mentioned the word pounding, and I kind of got excited. I haven't had a good pounding in years.
Me either. So, yeah. I mean, if I knew people and I knew somebody that I could trust that would take her, then yes. But the unknown, and they will have people that, like someone's mother or father who's like, "Oh yeah, I'm really interested in getting an older senior dog and I'll take care of it," and da-da-da. And meanwhile, they hand it over to their kid or a neighbor and they get money for the dog in order to use as bait. So even if I trusted the person that showed up, it's not a guarantee that my dog would be safe.
Yeah, I understand that.
So. And I have done that, Carolyn. I have gone without so that my dogs could have food, or so my cats could have food.
I do most weeks. I mean,
Yeah.
for instance, I have 53p to my name. Yeah, I have had that for a week. I don't get paid for another 2.5. I probably won't make more than 10 quid on my auction tomorrow. Hoping them gaming stuff flies. But as long as Diego's got food and Squashy's got full cupboards,
Yeah.
I don't give a rat's ass about me. You know?
Yeah.
So, like I say, literally every penny I make goes towards that little thing and that little thing.
Yeah.
When you're compared to me.
She's so cute.
She
I
is.
mean, when my kids were little and my back went out and I was trying to get my disability and I had absolutely no income, and John was always between jobs and we didn't have money for food. What money we had, we bought the pets food. I actually was stealing food to feed my kids. I would go and steal peanut butter. We'd have enough for like $1 loaf of bread, and I'd actually steal a jar of peanut butter. I'm not ashamed of it. I had to feed my kids, and there was no other way.
Oh, there's
I
been
did-
times out there I've stolen things for.
I mean,
I've stolen boxes of pet food, for me little boy.
which
Hey,
is ironic considering I worked loss prevention for Walmart.
it's because of the price of things. You can't do it. I mean,
Yeah.
over here, a loaf of bread is nearly $2. That's putting it into your terms. A loaf of bread over here is nearly $2.
Carolyn, yeah, I don't. Well, depending on how well I'm going to be able to get along with my prosthetic, I might be able to deal with a puppy because of the way I train. Because I got Simi as a puppy. She was only 6 weeks old when I got Simi 7 years ago. And of course, I didn't have the leg problem, but I did have the back problem. But Simi is like my little therapy. And this dog is she calms me down. Sometimes I laugh so hard at stuff that Fluffy or Robin is doing. My dog will actually come over to see if I'm okay because she thinks I'm crying. But when I have really bad, like when I start missing John and I just waterfall, my dog is right here giving me kisses and trying to nudge me to get me to play. And she's like a little therapy dog, and she did that herself. It's just a natural instinct in her to try and make me feel better. And when I was in the hospital twice, for 5 days at a time, well, 3 times actually, my anxiety levels were, if I wasn't on such good drugs, my anxiety levels would have been absolutely uncontrollable because I didn't have my dog.
I'm the only anxiety drug people need.
But, and they were like, well, you can stay a few more days. And I'm like, no, I want my dog.
Would you believe me if I told you I suffer badly with PTSD?
I do too.
Look at
But
just by
I
looking at me, and
Yeah.
but the way I come across, would you think that?
Yeah, I mean, it's PTSD isn't something that you see somebody and go, oh, they have PTSD.
But here's the thing, right? How can somebody judge somebody by the way? That's the thing. What they said about Squashy.
Yeah,
Basically, they took her off all disability benefit, everything. All right. They said she was depressed. How can you tell somebody's depressed just by looking at her? She just woke
Yeah,
up, for God's sake.
yeah, you
Right.
can't.
Now, because apparently she's got Facebook and she texts, she can work.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
So, the way I looked at it, okay, but that left a hole in us because her benefit was enough to keep us going
Right.
for like weeks, and obviously, I'm not classed as disabled. Yes, I've got epilepsy and a heart condition, but hey, I'm fizzled off, But I was down as her carer, and I was getting the state benefit for caring for her. Because that's what I do. I didn't need the money. I didn't want the money for doing it. They just gave me it. Fair
Right.
enough. It was an extra what? In your terms, $75 a week.
Yeah.
Right? Which, helps. But then they take that away. That's it. That's all we had. That and hers. I wasn't on anything at the time. I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
we get benefit now, and it's $300 a month.
Yeah, it's not enough to live on. It's not even close.
Took me off. Well,
Tina,
was-
me too.
Then it went to hit. Well, because you've got epilepsy and an heart condition, they
Yeah.
can do it.
But here's the thing, yeah? Because I've got epilepsy that in heart condition. They decided to give me the disability benefit.
Well, if they say that Squashy is not disabled, but you are, then couldn't she be your caregiver?
No,
They say
because
you
according to them, I need a carer that's fit and able.
But according to them, she's perfectly capable of working.
Exactly. But the benefit we have, yeah.
Yeah.
Over here, it's so weird how they expect you to live on £300. That's what £300 over here is like $350.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Yeah, that is a month. That has to pay electricity for 2 properties.
Yep.
That has to pay for everything she needs during the week, which is that she needs air filters, gas tanks for certain things that she breathes with.
Right.
Then she needs food, she needs her heating, she needs everything that she needs. And then there's the stuff that I need. So basically, when I get to do mine, I'm not bothered. As long as I got my energy drink, 39p, there you go, I'm happy as Larry. So when it comes to things like that, I try to find other ways to make money. And yes, the auctions. But as you know, they're not making the old moolah.
Well, they'll
So-
start picking it up. They will.
I'm hoping they do.
They will.
But because of all of that, that's made me think, hang on, I'm thinking about myself. And I should technically be thinking about squash it. But then she's thinking about helping other people as well as herself, which kind of rubs off on me because that means like I've now got time to help people out.
Yeah.
This way. Yeah, I get confused. Like that way.
StreamYard's messed up because it's backwards. So
Yeah. That's so my application. And see, I get to help things like this. Like put it in here.
Thanks. I had an itch there. Yeah, we have a shelter here. That's where we got the cats, and just this is why. I mean, people, they have these animals and they just don't care for them, and I'm like, why did you even bother having an animal in the first place? You know, just it breaks my heart.
I used to have German Shepherd dogs when I was growing up.
I
Throughout
love German
the homes and that.
Yeah.
Now they're big dogs and they
They
do
are.
take some looking after.
And they usually have a congenital condition with hip dysplasia. So later in
Yeah,
life,
and not just that, they are powerful. They can
yeah.
pull even the biggest of people.
they're big dogs.
I can understand, obviously, especially with the Akita mixed in it as well.
Yeah.
You know, so
She is trained for me, and she's trained for my son. Like on a leash, she behaves. But anybody else, like when Issa would grab the leash, she'd pull her. Because Issa's not alpha and she won't listen. Because Miha is an alpha dog, she will only respond to someone that has that alpha energy, and Issa did not have it. So Miha wouldn't listen to her at all. But she's good for me and my son. She's, I'm the one who trained her.
she hit me.
No, she would like you.
I'd grab the leash and go, hey!
And she'd look at you and wag her tail.
Everybody loves me and wags their tail.
But I mean, she's a good girl. It's just she doesn't. The reason she doesn't get along with my dog. Now, I have photographic proof that she did at one point get along with my dog. I do. It's stuck on my laptop that I can't get to, but I do have the proof. The problem is when I got back from Florida, I had been gone for almost a year. I got back from Florida and I had just let Simi into the gate of the house that we were living in. They had a fenced in front yard. Ultimate Warrior Rocks. And John had been drinking and Talon was out in the yard and he opened up the front door and just let both Miha and Dodge outside. And all they saw was another dog because they weren't close enough to be able to smell her for smell recognition. They saw a strange dog in the yard with Talon and they went after my dog. And Miha's got a long memory, and she knows that she attacked Simi for some reason. So every time she sees her now, she goes after her. And my dog is feisty. She gives back as good as she gets, but and it's not really fighting to injure; it's fighting for dominance. And my dog's not putting up with it. So, which is funny because my dog is actually a very submissive dog to other dogs. She was very submissive to the Great Dane. She did everything she was supposed to do when she met her. Lowered, rolled over, belly, blah, 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 until the Great Dane tried to bully her. And then my dog got up and was like all rabid fox on her and chased her across the yard, which is the funniest thing ever, to watch a 35-pound dog chase a Great Dane across the yard. It's funny. And they got along great after that. They just played all the time. My dog loves playing with other dogs. So for her now not to get along with Miha breaks my heart, because they used to all take up my bed. I used to have 3 dogs and like the 2 cats plus my cat all on my bed. And I'd be like, oh, I'd have this much room on my own bed. So.
Well, on that bombshell, to the people that are in here, we've been on here 3 hours, 25 minutes.
Yeah, I need to get a nap before Victoria's show.
Yeah.
And then I'll need to actually
for
sleep.
the 10 people that are in here, thank you for staying. Thank you for being here.
And don't forget Fluffy's auction.
Whoever you are. And do me one favor if you can. Stay safe. I know everybody's going through a tough time at the minute with the COVID issues and staying indoors.
Yep.
Have a little prayer in your head for Danny May.
Yeah.
But also,
and everybody else,
have one in there for the infamous George as well.
Yes, definitely for George, because she's
tell
stressed.
God Fluffy sent you, and he will help.
And thank you all for caring and giving suggestions and showing that you care about me. Thank you.
And if you're feeling down, people, do what I do every morning. I look up to the sky, take in the deepest breath, right? And then I look out at the world and release that breath. And I guarantee you this, the thought in your head will be a positive.
I can only see the sky through my window.
Well, you're different. You can see the ceiling, yeah?
Yeah.
All right? So good night.
The cat knocked down part of the window covering, so now I can actually see outside to the sky and the tree out there. So.
Yeah. So good night. God bless. And peace be with you all. Mwah. I love you all. And Cody, get some rest.
Yes, I will.